And we are live, and Just Jeff is here. Hey, Just Jeff, how you doing? So we got Andy here. How you doing, Andy?
All pretty good. A few aches and pains hit me this week, but I just take a couple of the leaves and we'll see what happens.
Where are you
So,
hurting?
I don't know. It's my shoulder pain stuff. It's my oh, there we go. That should be better now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it's my shoulders. I have my left shoulder is bad one that was operated on. That one, I mean, I know I ripped started ripping one of them, but that one hardly ever bothers me. But my right one, I know I damaged something there a couple of years ago, and it just started bothering me. This stuff. I mean, it's not, it's just a dull, steady pain. So I put the heat and everything else on, and no big deal. I took some Aleve that usually covers it for a couple of days. So see what happens. I did something, and I'm realizing it now. On Wednesday, I went to my friend's shop to get my Palisade an inspection on it, and he had 3/4 of a 5-gallon bucket filled with wheel waste that he's pulled from the rims, changing the tires and stuff. And I went to pick it up and saw that ain't happening. So that's probably why it's bothering me.
oh, okay.
And then, of course, today they put it in my car. Today I have to get it out of the car, but I was using both hands, so took it easy. Just got it out of the car, and then a little hair truck hooked it in. So looks like I got a ton of zinc from him. And then I don't know what they're using for the stick-ons. So there was a lot of stick-ons in there. So maybe it's a lot of soft lead, maybe.
Yeah, hopefully the stick-ons are still soft, but I've seen where they're using plastic and whatever now.
Yeah, they got plastic over whatever steel, I think, and they do have zinc ones too. But uh, we'll see. I got a long way to go before I even look at that bucket. I've got so much zinc sent to me, and I didn't touch it over the whole winter. So,
Yeah, I have to go through my buckets and sort the zinc.
so I
Uh,
think I think I've narrowed down a choice in the new rifle. That's the picture of it there. That's a CVA Scout
mhm.
takedown. They call that a takedown. Uh, there's a little lever under the forearm and it comes apart. And it's 20-inch stainless steel with a muzzle brake. They're $369 from the company direct. So, so I should be able to. That's affordable.
Did you say 369?
Yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
and that's a direct price. So I don't know what the deal is. There seems to be quite a few of them out there when I'm looking, and prices are from $299 to $349. That kind of thing. So hopefully my local store gave me a good deal when I bought the Rossi. So hopefully he'll. I got to go stop at him and see what he's got and if he has something. I don't want a blue one. I don't know. I want stainless steel.
Okay, we have Vanessa Kitty's here. Kip is here. Patriot Paul is here. He recognized the car. Kyle is here. Yeah, Patriot Paul. Uncle John sent me this. I didn't even know they're doing it. And then I thought it was just fake AI because all the videos are like AI.
Oh, there's so
But,
much AY.
but Austin Healy, I guess, officially is going to do a retro sports car, maybe even a Frog Eye Sprite, but I bet they're going to push the 300,000 instead of the 106 like you're looking at right here. That is the most beautiful sports car. Let me blow it up here. Ever made. So there's the remake. It's got LED headlights.
It looks like they're behind glass, not plastic.
I hope they do this one. The 106 was my favorite with the fold down windshield. And some show the interior with all kinds of crap. You know, you got all this modern crap, even a little screen and all that. No. And then others just show leather, wood like it used to be. That's what I want to see. 350 horsepower and a little thing like that. Oh my gosh. Anyway, good to see you guys. Thought I'd explain that picture. One of the most gorgeous cars ever made.
Yeah, what's the price point or something like that, though?
That's the problem. 85,000.
Oh, it ain't so bad considering Tesla trucks, this ugly looking thing was 75 to start.
Yeah. Patriot Paul says, yeah, I don't want to work on them. Yeah. You know, I told Uncle John, just give me the body and throw it on a Honda. I don't care if it's got 350, it'll rev 10 grand in a Honda engine anyway. So give me a total driveline Honda. Who knows what's going on there. It's got an optional 6-speed or automatic. Who would want an automatic in a sports car? I don't know.
Not that kind of car. No, I would want a 6.
Hell no. I want the old split shift too, like in the Triumph I had. Yeah, I would just like to have that body that plops on something that's just turnkey, no English electronics, Lucas crap, no oil leaks, you know, all the stuff that British cars have. So you still have a Cobra? Wow.
Well, he built one. They sell them that way. You can build them from the ground up.
Yeah, you can do the kits on those and everything. I like this grill that's here, and then they went to the round grill, oval grill instead. This to me is the most beautiful front end. It's just, the rear end is beautiful too. Even after their remake, it still looks good. They have little slit tail lights. It still looks good. Garage Guy's here. Good to see you, Garage Guy.
Didn't you? The steering wheel fixed it. Didn't you do that in another video?
No, I just found out that I had a tilt wheel because I got to replace.
I'm talking about the fixing of the starter thing. I think you did that once before.
I don't think I did that. No.
It seems to ring a bell when I saw it.
No, I don't think I did that, but I was on a hill. We were loading scrub oak. We were using the truck all the way up the driveway, cutting scrub oak and chucking it in. And I'm almost at Devil's Corner. I'm on the hill, and I turn the key and nothing. And that ignition bar broke inside, and I'm like, son of a bitch. So, you know, I park it on the hill there, and I go inside and YouTube it. And ignition bar, easy fix. So I got a Phillips screwdriver and a vice grip. I went back down there and it started right up, and I'm like, hell yeah. You know, I had to clear the driveway in case UPS comes or something. And I was so happy, and I've left it that way ever since. Factory oh, okay. Huh. Yeah, I love the Cobras. I like this Austin Healey. I think the Cobra's kind of copied. I don't know. Yeah. I like the Cobras too. I remember I had a brand new motorcycle, and I'm pulled up at a light, and a Cobra, I don't know if it was a kid or not, pulls up to the left of me, young guy, just my age. And I look over and he goes, nice bike. And I said, nice car. What are you talking about? Yeah. I also like the one that got away from me is Get Smart car. What was that one? 289. Edward is here. Hey, Edward. Come on, help me out. I went brain dead. Almost bought one of those. Hobbies is here. Gosh darn it, why can't I think of the name of it? Anyway, I almost bought one of those when I was about 18, 19. What is it called? Not a Fiat, no. It looks like this. 289 engine, Sunbeam Tiger, thank you. Yes, I had the 289. There was one for sale, and I thought, man, he wouldn't come down in price. He wanted $2,500 or whatever it was, maybe a little more than that. And it was beautiful shape, 289. I should have bought that damn thing. Now they're crazy. Sunbeam Tiger, yes. I just like those kind of cars, so. Anyway, it'd be good to see a Healy on the road. My uncle-in-law, if they do come out, I'm going to say, you buy this, because he always loved them. I said, I'm going to say, you're going to have to buy this and give me a ride in it. So we'll see what happens there. If they come to America. But I think more companies should do retros. We talked about the small trucks, all that. They should do retros. That's where it's at. No one wants the new stuff. So, yeah, 280Z. Uncle John wanted to buy the original 240Z when they came out. That was his dream car. And boy, did they blow the doors off everything at the time. TR6, yeah. Yeah, I had the Triumph, the cheaper boy. But yeah, it's I would like something modern with those body styles. But turnkey, just change the oil enough, that's what I'm looking at. Most of these were the Nissan Datsuns. The Datsuns were pretty much turnkey, but they will rust out on you. That's why you don't see too many 240s, 260s, and 280s anymore. They rust out. They should bring that one back too. Picture a 240Z with a killer engine in it, or a 280, whatever. Yeah.
So the little the 6-cylinder that's in my Palisade is 295 horsepower.
Yeah, even a 4-cylinder, like I said, Honda engines can scream. They can scream at 10 grand now. 10 grand RPM. I mean,
well, the 260 had an inline 6, I believe, didn't it? Yeah.
And part of the fun of a sports car is you have to pay attention to the hills, the corners, everything because of the engine. And that's what makes it fun. You don't want to just burn the back tires and, too much weight up front. You want it light up front. You want it even front and back, Anyway, I think the car's gorgeous. I watched all kinds of videos on it. They'll probably do the 3,000 though, or 300, whatever it is. But the 106 is the car. If you had modern stuff in it, yeah. Otherwise, it's it's a project. Let's see. I got to keep up with the chat. So you go shooting, Andy?
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Shooting off my mouth at my neighbor. He built this my new neighbor that moved in last year. He
Yeah.
put in a place so he could park a third car, and he made a stone driveway with just 4x4s around the sides. And I told him, and they're big stones, okay? They're like, brownish in color, whatever. And when he was putting it in, I told him, I said, you're going to have a mess. I said, those stones are going to be everywhere. I said, you won't be able to cut the lawn, okay, along for X amount of feet on either side of that driveway. So one, a 4x4 that's halfway in the ground is not enough. You need more height, stuff like that. And sure
Yeah.
enough, fucking stones, and it's only a foot away from the fence line, and the stones that are on my property, my landscaper, I told him about it. He said, I said, you charge me what you got to charge me. I'll give him the bill to get the stones out.
Mm.
So it's always, that's
Yeah.
like, when he was doing it, I said to him, it's being built wrong. And he says, oh, this guy knows what he's doing. I said, I'm telling you, there's two things you should be doing. It's not tall enough to keep the stones inside. And after you put the stones down, they have this shit you apply to it. That's like a clear epoxy. You can even get it colored. And you got to put a few coats of that down, and the stones won't go nowhere. So, now he's got a problem he's got to deal with. So. I haven't been able to catch him home. He's like, has been home much.
Patriot Paul says it was 88 degrees. We were 80 yesterday and the day before. And we took all the chains off, got all the garden hoses out, moved vehicles around, ran the tractor to make sure all the juices are flowing. Took a burn barrel down to the turnaround spot, the extra one. We got to shoot holes in that. And so, here we go, summertime. Yeah, I like the rancheros and El Caminos. Yes, I know. They should bring that back too. Mm. Every company should bring out retro cars. Some of them have, they kind of look like them, but I'm talking get them really close to what they were.
They're supposed to be doing a GTO replica. I saw some stuff, but it looked like AI to me, and I don't know if it's real.
I saw those too. The same AI as they doing the Heelys. They even had a little Honda sports car, the 600, and that looked AI. So how do you believe any of this stuff? The two GTOs I saw, one looks like a Batmobile, nothing to do with the goat.
Yeah.
And then the other one looked like a judge.
Yeah, the back looked right, the front looked right.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't exact, but I mean, it was a good replica of it. So who knows?
Yeah, but I want to see one in hand. I want to see them building one, or here's the parts. This is real instead of AI guy talking and all the pictures. You can tell it's not real.
Well, it could be a concept design, so just have to see.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Just bring back the retro stuff. People are dying for it. So.
Yeah, but you know what? The retro stuff comeback is expensive.
Chessboard is here. Yeah, but
I mean, I'm done. I'm not buying another car at this point in time in my life. I'm not. My Palisade's only the 22. My wife's Elantra is a 2018, and my old Elantra is a 2008. It runs strong as hell. So,
yep.
I'm not buying anything new, and I'm trying to sell my Camaro. So.
Yeah, new is too expensive and very complicated now with all the crap on them.
I was looking around trying to get idea, I have an idea what my car is really worth. I have an idea of what to sell it for. And then I'm looking what's out there for 18 grand on rust buckets. And I'm asking 22 for a full blown race car. So,
Yeah, that's very reasonable. So,
22. I mean, let's put it this way. If you could buy my car in the condition it was in, stock, okay, it would be at least 18 to 20 grand.
mhm.
All right. And then you add, if you strip everything out of it and build a race chassis, all right, the roll cages, when it was put in my car, was 8 grand. Now it's about 12, 14. The rear end in my car, just the housing is 5 grand. By the time you add the axles, all race level stuff, it's a $7,000 rear end in the car now. If you put it all together, then there's 4-wheel disc brakes on the car. That's $2,500 an axle, and then all the stuff to make it work. You know what I mean? So, and you still haven't
Yeah.
put a motor or a tranny in it yet. So,
Yeah.
so it's new Chevy 350 is nothing to talk about. It's you really want to find a 1970 LT1 block and build the motor. 4-bolt main, high nickel content block. Okay, and build it from there. And it'll cost you more, but you'll have a real motor. Instead of spending like 4 grand for 350 crate motor, you spend about 7 building it. You don't have to do anything special to it. Just everything, just clean it up machine wise. Put the proper pistons in. If you have to change the bore or whatever, stock crank. Nothing crazy, and a cheap set of aluminum heads. So you got 350 horsepower.
Gunswatter is here. Hobbies is here. Did I say that? Hobbies. There's a couple of those sky flying vehicles now that one I might have used as a background. Yeah, it's just scary if the engine quits and you're in the air. Not good.
Well, I don't know what are those things doing there. I mean, it's still in the premise of it's 4 fans basically. So it's like so are they independent motors or is it one motor making them all run?
Well, they actually have stuff that looks like a seat now. There's not much to it, and there's not a bunch of propellers, and they're just flying everywhere. There's videos of them, and you're like, how does that work? Yeah, it's pretty awesome, but scary at the same time.
So you're making progress there, Chessboard. It's good to hear.
Okay, glad your foot's getting better. Andy was talking about getting hurt. My leg healed up. It was totally bruised from crutch to knee. That totally healed up, and I'm looking around, and I told my son, something's going to happen. It's been a week or two. I'm healed up. It's going to happen. And when we were taking the plows and chains off, bam, hit my shin on the corner of a plow and put a dent in my shin. And I said, I told you what's happening.
You gotta get that sumo wrestler outfit on. The air cushions will help.
I know. I just got
to air. At least you won't bang your legs.
Yeah, I just got to move slower. Put a big old dent in my shin. That did not feel good.
Well, you got to get those hockey things that go on your legs. The hockey players wear.
No.
Knee down.
No. The goalie, no. No. It's fine, though. It's not a big deal. It actually doesn't look bad and it doesn't hurt. So that was good. On to the next one. I can't wait till what happens next. I can't go 2 weeks without an injury. Just can't. Can't do it. Uh-oh, we got Pat here. West Covina Dodge is here. Huh. Oh. Hmm. Oh.
You believe I have a landscaper. I just, I don't have the time. I had it for 20 years better. And, but price has been kind of the same for many, many, many years. And, little increase, $50 once in a while, because, his dumping fees keep going up. Well, now he's dealing with dumping fees have almost doubled. He says, Andy, I have no choice. I have to, I'm going from $2,300 a year to $2,800 a year. And that's everything. That's cleanup in the spring, the fall cleanup, a line treatment, and cutting all the grass and maintaining that. And I have another company who's the chemicals, but they don't want to put down the good lime, so I'm using somebody else. I use the lime I put down is $80 a bag, and he needs 3 bags. That's just for the material. Crazy where things are going. And what's killing me now is the price of gas is around here. It's like $3.69, $3.79, and then you got near where I work. I got 2 stations there, a block away from each other. $3.39, $3.49. All right, and it's like, so I go to the reservation, get stuff on the Indian reservation. So it's normally 20 to 30 cents a gallon cheaper than the street price. They were $3.69. I said, what are you guys crazy? He said, well, it's going up. I said, yeah, but you don't pay the tax. They don't have, that's why you go to reservation, 20 to 30 cents a gallon cheaper. And he says, yeah, well, we have our opportunity to make some extra money, so we're doing it now. It's still cheaper than most places. 10 cents cheaper. It's like, well, that's just for 10 cents. Who the hell is O'Brien Lisa? I get phone calls. I have no idea who this person is. Lisa O'Brien. I think I have no idea who this person is. Oh, God. Why do these people even call?
Could they be trying to buy? Well, are they trying to buy your car or something?
No, it's not advertised that way yet. Holbrook.
Okay.
Is this Verizon first reporter? Okay, well, I don't know who Lisa O'Brien is. She lives near where I work, but I have no idea. I'll give her a call back. Let's see, because my phone wasn't ringing, so I had the thing off. I'll be back in a sec. Hello.
I'm breaking up in the garage here. I can't even quote people without a delay. In case you're wondering. So, yeah, gas is up. I can't believe the price of fast food.
Oh, yeah.
I don't eat fast food, but my gosh, are you kidding me?
Yeah, a wrong number. She dialed. She says, "Yeah, I realized." That's why I hung up only after 3 rings. I realized I dialed the wrong phone number. No problem. Just wanted to make sure somebody wasn't trying to reach me. I mean, you never know who's trying to call you for something that's legit,
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Who eats fast food today? The only food I eat fast food is, and if it's once a month, it's a lot. It's something from Burger King. If I go to any other hamburger place, McDonald's is twice the price of Burger King. Okay, and then you go to like any of these other places we got around here on Long Island, these hamburger joints that fancy hamburgers and stuff, and they're like $18 for friggin' hamburger with fries and a Coke. What are you, nuts?
Yeah, it's crazy. You might as well just go home and make it.
Yeah, I mean, like here,
I do like.
the double quarter pounder is $14 a meal. Like, what are you kidding me? I mean,
Yeah, and I watched videos on this. People that are into that, and they said it's because people keep paying the price. They'll just keep charging that much.
yeah, but it's ridiculous because I mean, food is up. There's no question about it. Okay, I go in Walmart where I go. Oh shit! I didn't buy any this week. Started getting prime rib hamburgers, chopped meat, fresh. At the butcher counter, and they were out of this world. It was one of the best hamburgers I've had from a store like Walmart or anybody else, even the regular supermarket. Although, what's a Stop and Shop has this oddball brand, and they have some Texas seasoned hamburgers, and you got four quarter pound hamburgers for not quarter pound, they're bigger. It's $10.99. That's not too bad. Consider regular chopped meat is $8.99, $9.99 for the same four. So, yeah, that's what we got today too. Here about 46, 48 degrees, and that's on Long Island here. And remember, I'm on the South Shore, so the ocean is there, so the wind is blowing. It's cooler. But the heat will be here. And then McDonald's for other reasons, but prices helps steal the deals, right? I think Burger King tastes better, but that's preference, okay? I almost never get a flyer from McDonald's with a coupon. Burger King, every other month in the local delivered, newspaper once a week. They have in the back when you talk to it, there's Burger King and Subway, the two that are always got coupons, and so they have like a two bacon cheeseburger meal for like $5.99. So that's a meal, so fries and a drink. So it's like that's pretty good. But Michael, that once in a while, that's like a treat almost, if you want to call it that.
Michael is here. Hey, Michael. And here, let me blow this up for a second. Looks like Kyle's got his guitar together. Get a green starburst. Come on, where are you? Come on, you're close, come on. It's like Fargo. Where are you? When she's on top of him. Come on, where are you? Come on, where? Oh, gosh darn it. All right, that's about as good as I can do.
You had a good one there.
Come on, where are you? That movie was so funny, and the series was so funny. Anyway, yeah, I like the old. Haven't been one forever, but the old Burger King. They had the oops. Let's get off of Uncle Jim's ugly face. They had the broiled taste, and it was a good burger, big bun, and it was $1.
Oh, we used to have. Everybody keeps talking about McDonald's in the Golden Arches. Here on Long Island, the first hamburger joint was Weston's, and it looked just like when McDonald's first opened, when the short slanted roof with the big golden arches. It looked the same exact way. We had it was called Weston, and they were good.
Yeah.
And then of course White Castle, but that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, I just saw a guy. He was doing New York places. I don't know why these pop up on my YouTubes, but probably because I watched one or two. He was doing a tourist trap in New York versus non-tourist trap. You know, he was rating them: are they a tourist trap or not?
Yeah.
He starts off at a hot dog vendor on the street, $10 for 2 hot dogs. And then he did that place is known for sandwiches, you know, the pastrami sandwiches, and the bread falls apart while you're eating it.
Yeah.
And he did a few others. There was a steak place that actually had a lunch menu. It was tiny steak, but it was actually really good for the 25-30 bucks you spent, because it had all the entrees. But yeah, it's just crazy out there.
Oh shit! I could just go to my local diner and get, as they call them, Romanian steaks, and a steak that hangs over the side, both ends of the plate, because they're narrow and long, and with two sides, bread, usually, or one side in the salad, and I mean, you walk out, it's like $35, but you're full when you leave that place.
Yeah, but that one famous sandwich shop, it was $30 for
Oh,
the
pastrami?
pastrami
Yeah.
sandwich, and you had to wait in line forever. There was a line down
Yeah,
the road,
yeah.
down the sidewalk, and then they give you a ticket, and if you lose your ticket, you got to pay again or something. I don't. It was weird.
There's a couple of places in New York. I'm trying to think of the exact neighborhoods, but they have a couple of real old style Jewish delis there that have been there for generations. And you eat in one of those places, I don't care what you're buying, it's out of this world. The bread, they make their own bread.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
And some of them even make their own pastrami. So it's like, and it's really good stuff, man. But when you get the sandwich, you got a pound of meat on there. You don't have 6 slices. You got a pound of meat on it, and it's like you
Yeah.
feel, you know what I mean? It's like two hands and you're holding it. I mean, it's worth every penny of $30, that they're charging you because what they give you. But you can't, listen, hot dog and a drink, $1.69.
Okay, that's more reasonable. Yes.
Well, we have a hot dog truck not far from here, and he's $11.99, 2 hot dogs, a bag of chips, and a soda, canned soda. $11.99. The same hot dogs in Walmart is like $6 for 10 or whatever they come in, eight
The whole
pack.
fight. Yeah.
So it's like, give me a break with the prices, guys.
And it's not hard to cook a hot dog at home. It's not hard.
But I mean, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's a hot dog truck. Okay, it's a dirty water dog. They have the good onions, which you can buy from Sabert Onions and get the same things and whatnot. But I'm just saying, the price is, he's got to have propane running all day long. He's got to have a generator running, most likely too, all day long. So he has a cost factor there. Okay, but $11.99 for 2 hot dogs. A can of Coke, you buy it in the store, it's 80 cents a can. You buy 6 packs. So what is it costing you? $3 plus the buns? $4? Even
Yeah.
if 5, you're doubling your money. That's all. So I don't know.
The best hamburgers around here was the bowling alley, but I haven't been there for a long time. But they used real tallow beef fat in their fries. Their fries and burgers were so good. They were so good. And then they changed the cook or whatever. And last time we went, we're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
So we stopped going, but it was inexpensive. And I should go back to see if it changed back and to check the prices. They probably doubled. Six Shooter Texan's here. Hey, Six Shooter Texan, what's up?
I haven't been when I was young, and I'm talking 18. I have to be 18 because I was in a bar. A friend of mine says, Andy, you got to go to this bar. It's a freaking hole in the wall. You could drive right by it 3 times and still not see the place. He says, you got to go in there and get a hamburger from them. Go in there, have a beer, and order a hamburger. The hamburger was a half a pound of chopped meat, cooked in bacon fat. Right? And I mean, they made their own burger, so I don't know exactly what was in the meat. It was so juicy and out of this world. But you're talking about was a half a pound hamburger. I think it was $4.99, but it was like, with French fries and a Coke, like, soda fountain drink. It was like, and you couldn't eat the whole thing. It was just too much.
Yeah, my wife asked him, why is the burger so good? And she said, because she's a friend, the waitress girl, and she said it's the beef. We get it from a butcher. It's special kind of meat. It's not your like regular beef you buy at the grocery store. And man, that burger is so good. I should go back and see how bad the prices are and if they got the new cookback or the old cookback.
Yeah. Back on the topic of 44 Magnum. Sorry. Do you have any handy rifles like that in 44?
Do I?
Yeah. Do you have one?
I have a Contender pistol, 14 inch.
All right. Now, the reason I'm just wondering, something in a 16 or 20 inch barrel length. I don't care if it's a single shot or not. Okay. But a lever action. So this is a 1 in 20 twist on the CBA, and I'm just trying to hunt down the bullet size that I'm going to have to possibly go for, and obviously I got to buy a steel mold, so that's what I want to do the zinc out of it. So I'm trying to come up with 220 grain, somewhere in that area, around those. I don't want a hollow point. I have no need for that. I'm just going to be blinking with it. So I'm trying to come up with, something, what weight be at 220, 230. I'm going to be lighter. I'm going to be 60% lighter. So it's, the 200 grains is going to be 100 and, well, I'd have to multiply that. But it's going to be, let's see. I'm going to do 220.6 is 132 grains. It's going to be light, but physical size large. And I'm going to have to buy at least one mold, and I don't want to buy a wasted mold. So bullet style that performs good, round nose, I would think is the better. And I don't know.
It'll be a Keith style bullet that's better. Yeah.
A Keith style?
Flat nose, yeah.
Oh, flat nose? You mean it's a round flat nose?
Just like a Keith bullet, not even round flat, just a flat nose Keith style bullet. I think my heaviest one is the Cranky mold. That's a brass mold. I think they come out to about 265, maybe, depending on your lead. And then in zinc, it'd be way less. And it's an Arsenal or an Accurate, I can't remember. And then Six Shooter Texan has a mold, but it's aluminum. His mold. He sent me some bullets, and I forget what those weigh. I was thinking it's like 235.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know the exact weight. That's what I was trying to come up with. I don't if it's 220, 230. I'm not worried about this. I'm concerned about twist. Okay, if I go too small of a bullet in size.
Yeah, you're gonna have to figure out what that rifle likes weight wise and.
Well, weight wise, I'm not concerned about. I have no choice. If I'm going to shoot zinc, it has to be it's going to be 60% light. And I haven't really had any problem shooting anything out of any of my rifles except the 170 grain semi-wad cutter and 357. The Rossi doesn't like it. It's the only bullet it doesn't like.
Yeah.
So I have a semi-wad cutter, lighter. I think it's 158 grain semi-wad cutter mold that I bought. I'm going to try that. And if it and again, the Rossi didn't like lead either in that bullet. So it's something about the length of the bullet, it becomes bigger. So longer, I guess. So it may not like that. So I went with a smaller one, and I haven't cast anything yet. So I got to get busy and get stuff going for the Rossi. But as far as the other one, yeah, it could be a hit and miss. I mean, I'm going to be shooting 130 to 140 grain zinc bullet in the physical size of 230, 240 grain bullet, maybe. So I'm just trying to come up with it.
Yeah, I would see what I'm sure there's lots of videos on that rifle. I don't have a CVA, but what they like in lead bullets, what weight, and then you can figure out. I'm guessing though you're going to have to get the heaviest key style bullet you can, and then once it's zinc, it's going to be super light, but at least the same size.
Well, I don't think that, again, the light. You remember, I'm not going to. I can load that sucker as hot as I want because it takes a lot less powder to make it go. So I can also make it as low a velocity as I want. So sometimes it's a velocity factor. That's what I thought it was going to be in the Rossi. So I loaded it from nothing to the max, and it didn't like the bullet no matter what I did to it. So I'm hoping I don't have that issue. It's a single shot. It might behave better than a bolt. Well, no, a bolt will probably react the same way, but a lever is going to act a little different. So,
well, look at Patriot Paul's reply right there. You can send him some lead and tin for his trouble and get her done. Then you'll know right there.
Well, I'm not worried about buying a mold. I'm not worried about the $80 or something I might have to spend. Okay. And if it doesn't work out, I have to try something else. I'm not worried so much that way. I mean, in the Rossi, it didn't like lead either. So that's what I'm saying. So if somebody's got a mold and they cast me up 10 bullets and I try them, and they're shooting good out of the rifle, they'll probably shoot good in zinc.
Cranky is here. I'm loving your dad. He's got good taste right there. Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Hi, Uncle Jim. Hi, Andy.
How's it going, Goodswater?
Hi, chat. I just took me a little while to get situated here, get everything out, get my cigar lit up.
You haven't done cigar videos.
So how are things going with you?
Good.
What's that?
Good. Yeah. I took one on the shin, not the chin. I took one on the shin yesterday in the garage, but other than that, everything is great.
Yeah, you can really bust the shin on something that's that high. You don't see it, and you're just walking.
Well, we were moving a bunch of stuff around, getting the blades off of the quads, and I turn around and smackola. So, yeah, I knew it'd happen. You can't go 2 weeks. I can't go 2 weeks without an injury. So it was time. So.
All that food talk was making me hungry.
I know, the food talk. We all want cheaper fast food, and gas right now. Everybody.
Yeah, McDonald's is crazy. Last time I was there, it was $40 for 2 people.
It's probably been 4 or 5 years since I had a McDonald's. And I used to love getting a Big Mac, fries, the value meal, the big one, drive through and boom, out
Yeah.
of their fish sandwich. Hey, I was fine with that. Not anymore. And their breakfast thing, what, egg,
Ah,
sausage, whatever their thing was. Yeah. Not anymore. Too much.
Quite a few years ago, they were doing grilled onions or caramelized onions on just the regular cheeseburger, and they were pretty good.
Mm.
Lyman makes a 429421,
That's
245 grain
that's
semi wide cutter.
yeah, that's the Keith mold.
Yes.
That's like the ultimate everybody loves bullet type thing.
And where'd it go already? I lost it. There's one on eBay, single cavity. Where'd it go? Okay, single cavity mold, $60.
For a 429421?
Yes, single cavity.
Oh, single cavity, $60. Okay. Yeah.
That's not bad. I might spend $60 on a bullet works. I'm casting zinc, so I'm not casting 500 at a time. Well, I'm casting a lot, but the single cavity works for me.
Actually, I do have that in a single cab from, I call them the Tiny Tims.
Yeah.
I could send you that to borrow. 42941.
I wouldn't borrow one because I'm going to cast zinc, and God forbid I damage your mold. I don't want to. That's why I just said that to pay your card. I could have no problem. I don't have a problem with this mold. Looks really good shape. Wow.
Yeah.
I guess you don't have to worry about that zinc rubbing off in the bore,
Not
like
at all.
lead.
No.
Do you have a picture of the mold we can put on here? They Ideal, and they changed over the years.
Right.
And
Let's see if I can get.
it's the lube grooves are slightly different. One's smaller and one's bigger. However, people say the big ones are better. Actually, I got an RCBS 2 cavity steel mold
See if this posts.
you could borrow. That is Keith stuff.
Okay, I posted an image of the mold from eBay in the side chat, regular side chat.
Okay.
So, okay, that's. I mean, I'm not worried about single carry. I'm just pointing out this is the one on eBay, and it looks really good shape. That's just one of the pictures. I've been looking at all the pictures.
Right. Andy, I remember. Okay, there's that's like the Tiny Tim right there. I think you notice that the top band is slightly smaller than the second band, and people say, "Oh, you can have the original." No, they all shoot good. I have Keith molds; they shoot good. Actually, Andy, I do have a RCBS 2 cavity steel KT, which means Keith type.
Right.
Same kind of bullet I could let you borrow, but just don't.
Like I said,
It's like mint, so don't break it.
I won't. Like I said, I won't because it's the chances of it getting damaged could be too high. And
Actually, I could get an extra sprue plate in case you broke it.
I'm not going to. It's not the sprue plate that I'm worried about.
You're worried about
oblonging the base.
Oh, okay.
Okay, the sprue plate's a cheapy replacement thing.
Okay, but I do have Tiny Tim and the RCBS Keiths that
I'm
are
putting this on the watch list. Let's see. I haven't made the move yet to do the rifle. If the local store can give me at least a good like $329 or something, I'll buy it. If he's charging me too much, then I don't want to. The local gun stores don't have much of a choice. That when you walk into them and you try to order something, they just go by the list price. So I'm not dealing with that. This guy is pretty good.
Do you check locally on, for reloading stuff like molds local?
It's
whatever it is, Facebook or
a marketplace of some sort. Yeah, There's stuff. Okay, I haven't really looked at it. I put a add to watch list, and I'm looking at here. Guys in Pennsylvania, and he has no offers on this thing.
Okay.
So, and it doesn't tell me how long it's been online, but
A one cavity would be easier on the mold too, I think. It won't.
well, two cavities is the biggest I would buy, but considering the diameter of the bullet,
Yeah.
I mean, I've worked with 357. That's the biggest diameter base, so it's and no problems. But when you're going to be quite a bit bigger, so I don't want to have an issue. But that's the type of bullet you're talking about, I think, right there, in the weight wise and 44 and the type of bullet. And I mean, the outside of the mold looks a little rusted looking, but the inside of the mold looks perfect.
Yeah. All you worry about is the cavities and the screws aren't buggered and all that.
Well, I can't. The top plate screw looks good. The screw plate screw looks good. I'm looking at like I can see the locking screw for that, but I can't see it direct head on. And I'm not worried about the side screw, the handle bolts, because that is not an issue. Okay.
Yeah.
The screw on this one picture, it's not a head on, it's a side view, but the screw doesn't even look rusted.
No, and someone didn't try cleaning it up with a little wire wheel. You can tell when they do that. It looks natural.
Yeah. This bowl looks like it's in really good shape, even where the screws go into the handles, but they're not marred up from the picture. You took some good pictures. The cavity, because again, you can blow it up, and the cavities look really good.
Why would you say that, Hobbies?
I'm not. Well, I got to get out of what I'm doing here. I'm not seeing this live chat now. Okay, so I got to sing in on there. I think Six had to leave. He probably doesn't want to get caught up in the.
No.
Well, he just sent. He just sent. What's the Viejo a mold, 4 cavity mold, 4 different bullets. All 38, 41, 44, and 45, and they're all wad cutters for this thing. But it's aluminum. I can't risk aluminum. I'm not going to have somebody make me something and destroy it in the 500 rounds.
Hobbies, it's not affecting him. He's not in the mold business, for one. And he doesn't make steel molds, so there's 2.
Yeah, I know.
There's no reason for him to leave because, no, it's nothing like that at all.
Yeah, well, everything I've read, all I can come up with is carbon steel, so I don't know. Six said there were, different levels of carbon steel, so that I don't know about. They don't talk about that. So.
Well, they're made out of cast iron or whatever it is.
I was thinking that, Jim. I was going to say, aren't they cast iron?
No.
They're not regular steel, no. Steel cavity, steel molds are made out of, RCBS does really good alloy too. They're made out of, I want to say cast iron, but that's not the word for it. Somebody help me. I went brain dead again. Anyway, it's not like regular steel, go out and cut it. No, it's actually like a cast iron.
Is it wrought iron? They just make cast iron and then roll it.
No, it definitely, they call it carbon steel. Everything I've read, because I've read into it, because the machine shop that I used to work for said, we can figure out the metals. So I did a lot of research and gave them all kinds of printouts, and they said it's just carbon steel, but I don't know. Oh, well, you can get blanks from different places too. That's right. I forgot about that. They do sell blanks. Okay.
Okay, we have Broke Loader is here and Thor's is here. Yeah, but I forget exactly what they called it. It wasn't cast. Anyway, it's not like you take regular steel and make molds out of it. No. RCBS is really good. Lyman's good. And Hobby said Midway has them. Yes. Watch out for the new RCBSs because they're a little undersized sometimes. Blanks available. Blanks for Midway. I saw that.
RCBS and I think Lyman, they both sell blanks.
Yeah, I saw that somewhere. I didn't know it was. I didn't know it was Midway.
I didn't know who made them. I just know they were available to buy. But anyway, I'm running for a minute. I'll be right back.
Leaded steel. Speaking of Midway, I'm using up my birthday discount and I'm having a hard time filling that cart perfectly. So they did it to me again and didn't send me the birthday. They sent me an email saying, your birthday discount's here. You got 7 days before and after your birthday. And I'm like, great. So I go there and there's nothing. It doesn't show the discount at all. So I email them and a nice girl replied back and said, well, you'll notice in the window, da, da, da. It's like, this isn't my first puppet show. I've done it for years. I've been there for 15 years as a customer. And I didn't say that to her. I just didn't reply. Then I go back and I notice, aha, they put it on there. So now they're telling me what the discount difference is. And it varies, depends on the product, and you can't use sales and stuff like that. So there's that. Got an email next morning, emailed them that night. So that was really good. But she didn't say it's fixed. She said, oh, you just follow our instructions. I've been doing it for years. I'm cheap. I always use my birthday discount. Anyway, there you go.
3 birthdays a year.
Yeah, Thor's. I have the Keith type, the KT, and that one's good. It won't like, I can't drop them at 432. For some guns like the Marlin and Rugers, but it's a really good mold and they make really good steel for casting. It's stupid easy. And it's good bullet. It's pretty true to a Keith. They have Keith type and then they have the K, which is the Keith bullet. So they all shoot good. Name a Keith bullet. It's in 44. It's Keith type. It's going to shoot. Midway shows RCBS. Yeah, 160. I'd rather buy a used one. Yeah. The handle's too expensive. Shoot, you can get them $20 on eBay if you're lucky. Yeah. You want to buy used. I don't care if the handles are burnt. I'll pay $15-20. And you can use Lee if you shave the leaves. Sometimes you got to shave the leaves a little. My son did a beautiful job doing that. And I think it was for an RCBS. Yeah, it was. It was for that Keith type. I should go grab the handles and show them to you. He said, no problem, Dad. A few minutes later, he had perfectly milled to the thing freaking awesome. I should go grab those handles. And it was off of a Keith 6-cavity handle.
I had one of the Lyman handles break on me, where the screw passes through the mold block. It just cracked off.
A Lee handle?
It was Lyman.
Oh. I had a screw break, which really surprised me. Just the handle screw that goes into. And I don't know, maybe it was a defect or something, but yeah, I got to get an extra screw for that one. I just trade out because they're special screws. I don't know if it's for accurate.
They're not special. I bought them. They're not. I gotta find the.
Well, this is for Accurate or Arsenal. Yeah.
Oh, okay. But all you had to do is figure out the thread size. That's really all you got to do. Because I thought I was up a creek too, trying to buy some. I don't want to have to buy a whole repair kit to get 2 screws. So I researched it, and I got these screws off of Amazon once I found out what they were.
Yeah.
Got a bag of 50 screws for like $3.
Yeah, I know I did a video on it, but to shave the Lee handles for some of the RCBSs, man, the son did such a great job because, a lot of people take the grinder out and just, hit them, which you can do, that's fine. But his start at a square and they just poof and they fit beautiful. Oh my gosh, he did and it took him 5 minutes. It's in a video somewhere, unless that was the old channel. I don't know if the handles are off. They're probably on that mold right now because that's where they belong. Anyway, gonna have a smoke. Oh, the other thing is if you're looking at that single cavity Lyman, do you have any Lyman handles for single cavity?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay, you're good. You can use a Lee 6-cav, and it's so funny because it sticks way out there. It's hilarious, but it works.
They work.
I got both, but I use Tiny Tim on a 6-cav.
If I remember right, the handles on the
Rollis is here. Hey, Rollis.
The Lee molds, the 2 cavities, you drive the pins. I got handles from them, and they fit the molds. They fit the single cavity Lyman mold.
Am I following this right? Or you're going to make zinc bullets for a 44 Magnum?
Yep. Well,
what kind of?
I didn't. The rifle's on the screen. It's a.
Okay.
It's a CVA single shot. It's a Scout 20-inch barrel. It comes with this Picatinny rail, and it's a breakdown, or whatever they call takedown. So it comes apart easy. You don't have to drive any pins out to get the barrel out. And they're brand new from CVA for $369.
What's that bullet gonna weigh in zinc, and how fast do you think it's gonna go?
Well, I can go as fast as I want. I ain't worried about the speed. I'm worried about the accuracy node. Hold on, I'll tell you what it's gonna weigh. 245. Where am I? This way. 147 grains.
Wow, that's light. Yeah.
And
Kenny has a video
everything I shoot. My 180 grain 30 cal bullet comes out 113 grains, I think it is, in zinc. Well, 109, something like that, I forget. And I'm shooting them out of 30-06. No issues whatsoever, hot or light loads, either way. So I'm just looking to make, it's a blinking round, and I'm not hunting with it. That's all it's for, is to have some fun. 50-yard targets. It's going to fly, you know.
I think it's going to shoot like a laser.
Well, let's put it this way. My light loads for my 30-06 are talking like 10 grains of powder, okay, is coming out at over 2,000 feet per second with the zinc bullet. And it's very flat shooting to about, I would say at 200 is when it starts changing. 175 to 200 feet, I mean yards, it's that's when it starts to affect the bullet. But that, now if I put the full load in there, which is still a light load for a 30-06, I put like 20 grains of powder in there, things coming out like 2,800 feet per second, and at 100 yards, it's dead nuts. You know, I never shot at the 200-yard target because they didn't care. I'm just having blinking rounds.
What powder are you going to put behind that?
Well, if all goes well, I'm going to be using my oddball powder. It's very similar to Green Dot, okay, as a powder, and it's Winchester WSH. I won't disclose how many pounds I have of that stuff, but I've worked up a load for every caliber I have with that powder, a low level load and a higher level load. Now, if I want hot stuff, then I go to the real powders.
Yeah.
It's just have so much of this powder. It's like I have it working in 30-06 for a nothing load and a hot load. Not super hot, but hot. 357, a 38, 223, 3 in a blackout. They all zinc bullets. They all shoot accurate as hell. You know, and I don't need a hot load. I want hot loads. I go to regular powder. And then I have worked up loads for the zinc bullets, you know, so I rely on quick loads to get me where I want, around the velocity I want it to be at. And then I do a ladder load below and above that area and see where the accuracy node is.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the velocity does to the accuracy on that.
So
now, what is it, 16 or longer barrel?
It's 20-inch.
Oh, 20-inch barrel. Damn.
Yeah.
That will be interesting to see how this works out.
Well, I got to go to the local gun store, and I probably do that maybe one night on the way home from work. But this week I gotta dedicate one late afternoon to get to the pistol bureau. I have to renew my pistol permit. If all the paperwork's done, all I got to do now is bring it in and hand them a $10 bill. Okay, but
does the zinc hold together or does it fragment?
Depends on what it hits.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm wondering about penetration on that.
If it's soft, if you're not hitting the bone, it'll go right through. Penetration is ridiculous. Okay, if it hits something, it's going to splatter. I actually have the 30-06. I forgot who it was. Somebody. Who did I send it to? Oh God, I don't think it was. I can't think of the guy's name. He hardly comes on. Anyway, he fired some of those 113 grain 30 cals out of 3 in a blackout, and he recovered the bullets and shot him again. Okay. So I did the same thing. I was shooting, and I'm glad, I went down range and I went past the target where the berm is, and it's like the freaking bullets bounced out of the sand and laying on the ground because they hit something, they bounced out. The tips were a little tiny bit flat, but it wasn't shattered. Okay, and I reloaded.
Nice.
I have a video up on my channel on it. I recovered 4 of them, 5 of them I shot. And did they shoot accurate? No, they were off, but they were within an inch of my aim point. So they actually fired a second time. And all I did was clean them and I put them through the sizer to make sure they were, help them straighten out if they were slightly bent or something. But they all fired and they all hit targets. So, nothing was like 3 inches off. So.
Hang on, Andy. Let me send you a link. Eagle Eye Shooting. Kenny is shooting 44 Keith hollow point in a 16-inch Rossi lever action. There's the link.
There's the link.
Eagle Eye Shooting, from casting to shooting it in a 16-inch lever action.
I don't see a link.
Uh-oh, I can't post links, son of a bitch.
Post it in the studio chat.
Oh,
You have a side chat for studio?
No, I'm on Uncle Jim 3 here, and I won't.
All right. Well, you said Kenny has it. He's shooting zinc or just the lead bullet?
Wait a minute. Let me make myself a moderator, and then I can post it. Hang on. Let me see if let me make myself a moderator. Put user on timeout, ban use. Oh, son of a bitch. Come on.
So Kenny has on the channel, right?
Hang on. Trying to make myself a moderator, and I can't do it from here to there. Anyway, all you got to do is type in Eagle Eye Shooting.
I have this log. I mean, I'm subscribed.
Yeah, but if you want to quickly get to it, because it's been years ago, Eagle Eye Shooting, zinc bullets, 44 mag.
Oh, Eagle Eye, he has zinc.
Eagle Eye Shooting.
Yeah, I got it. 44 mag. Okay, I'll check that out tomorrow.
All right, those are the hollow points, so they're lighter.
Yeah, hollow points. Oh wow, I didn't know he did that.
It's a single cavity. It's a single cavity hollow point Lyman Keith mold. I have his bullets. They shoot great. I've done jug tests on them. They mushroom perfect.
Well,
like
lead. In lead.
Mushrooms, not in zinc. In lead, they shoot. I got videos on that. Anyway, I couldn't post a link for you, but anyone can look that up.
Okay, I'll get it. I'm not going to do it now, but I'll do that tomorrow while the cleaning lady's busy. I'll be up on my computer all day.
Oh, we have a troll. We have a troll here. The Crazy Scotsman. How's it going?
Smith doesn't make molds.
Oh, he's talking revolvers.
Yeah, I know.
Revolvers.
It's a break action single shot 44 Magnum. It's on the screen. It's a CVA Scout takedown.
Anyway, chessboard. Yeah, I saw that Chuck Norris died. There's a lot of good memes out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. My son just sent me one, and it shows one of the Ayatollahs going to heaven, and Chuck Norris is there.
Yeah.
With his hands on his shoulders.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyway. Yeah, Chuck Norris, the memes and jokes are hilarious, Cranky. Let's get, there we go. They're hilarious. Yes. And he was what, like 80? How old was he?
86.
86, okay.
They didn't, but there was no report of prior health issues, though, that I know of. So it hit him on on Thursday, whatever day it was. They took him to the hospital. They didn't say anything. So I don't know.
Well, 86. I'll take 86 all day long. Are you kidding? It's too bad he had plastic surgery and his eyes went really, tiny. He should have just aged normally like most men do. And just, hey, that's fine. You're Chuck Norris. You don't need plastic surgery.
Yeah, I don't know why he did that. I guess he just wasn't happy. His eyes made him look older, I guess, and he wanted to look a little younger. That should be my problem, right? 73 in 2 months, well, a month and a half. Well, actually about 2 months. So,
yeah, Keith Hughes said, well, yeah, that's all he had. Yeah, that's all he had. That's why.
I mean, I've been looking, I mean, every day after I get done with my bullshit on the computer, I've been looking up these rifles, and it was like I don't know where I came across the CVA Scout from. Right?
Anyway, I'll be right back, guys.
I don't know where I came up with that CVA Scout, but when I was looking at them on some sites, there's a lot of different models out there, and there's supposed to be a version 3. The one that's everybody's got is version 2. The version 3, the only thing I can see different, because I'm looking to buy stainless steel, is the version 3 has a muzzle blaster up, a muzzle, whatever, muzzle compensator on the front. That's the only difference that I can see. And there's something else about this rifle. I don't know. Now you can't really see. There's a cheek weld here. Okay. It comes with a second one. They're not adjustable. It's bolted to the stock or screwed to the stock. And you can that comes with a 1/4 inch on it, and they give you a 1/2 inch as well. You can add, you can take this one off and put the 1/2 inch on. It comes with it. And they have it with the Picatinny rail on top. Trigger has, what do you call it? There's a little thumbnail screw that you can make left or right side, cocking it easier. And the takedown, there's a lever under, I don't know, you can't see my mouse. There's a lever in like the middle of the forward, forearm stock, and you pull it, and it just, that comes off, and then you can take the barrel off. The other ones that they make, the Hunter, and various other models, they don't have the takedown, and to take it apart, if you really want to get in there and clean it, you got to take the forearm off, and then there's behind the forearm, there's a pin you pop out, and then you can take it out. So I don't want to deal with that. And the takedown's cheaper. But the version 3 is what when I go into the store, order a version 3. Version 3 is like $60 more for the muzzle brake, I guess is the difference. I get that one. But everyone says this gun is easy to shoot. He said they were doing full load testing on all the videos I'm watching. They said the recoil is nothing. For a 44 Magnum, it's nothing. And of course, I'm going to shoot a lighter bullet, so it's really going to be nothing. Yeah, but guns and water. Yeah, I do. I guess about 5 years now, maybe 6 years. I'm casting strictly in zinc, and I'm having tremendous success with it. And that Winchester Super Handicap, that's what's called, Winchester WSH, it's a fast powder, and it's supposed to be equivalent to Green Dot, which has been really close to everything that to my chrono readings. It's been really close to what QuickBooks says. So I have to believe that it is a very close equivalent, and I've had good luck with it.
Chuck Norris will always live on, just like Bruce Lee. They'll always be, except for Chuck has the jokes, the beard and the joke stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. There was a thing about, what was Bruce Lee's movie? the dragon, whatever they call it, like
Enter the Dragon.
Enter the Dragon.
Yeah,
Chuck
but
Norris.
no, that wasn't with Chuck Norris. The other one was
Okay.
the one in the Coliseum. Shoot.
I don't remember the name of it, but Bruce Lee chose Chuck Norris, from what I've been reading about it, because he could deliver enough power where most of the people he was fighting couldn't.
Oh,
He-
they were very, very helpful to each other, and
yes.
yeah. There's really good documentaries interviewing both of them, talking about the movie, and knowing each other and stuff like that. Shower time. Tin Man must have just got off of work. I think he played 18 holes of golf this morning. Went to work. He probably needs a shower. He's probably stinky boy.
Uh-oh. All right, well, I'll be leaving in a few minutes. He'll be on there for a shower.
Yep. Oh, golf was yesterday. Oh, okay.
Yeah, golf was yesterday before work.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, I mean, Guns of Water, go on my channel and just type in Zinc and you'll come up with a bunch of movies that you want to catch on to see what's involved and casting and things like that. So, and there are some newer videos where I was doing, when I got the chrono, I was testing things and I did a video on it's not so much me shooting it, but the chrono numbers and stuff like that for the different stuff I was shooting. And again, the powder levels, when you look at them, you go, there's like no powder, and I can look how fast the bullet's going.
Tin Man is probably gone, but we skipped out of work because they had a tournament going. And so we took a long lunch, and it was right down the street. So we jumped the fence, and I'm standing next to the bunker, and Freddie Couples is in the bunker, and he looks over at my shoes, and he looks up at me like, "What the hell, dude?" and I'm thinking, hey, I'm just here, at lunchtime. I wasn't dressed for a golf tournament, put it that way. But I'll never forget when he's ready to hit the ball, and he sees my shoes, because I'm right at the edge of the bunker there. And he looks up like, "Oof, what the hell?" It's so funny. Oh, anyway,
it's my bedtime.
Uh-oh.
Well, it's 9:30. Normally when the cleaning lady comes, I go to bed at 9, but I'm kind of wide awake, I guess, because I'm excited, possibly getting this new gun and stuff. So,
okay, Andy, take care, and
everybody have a great weekend. We'll see you
Thanks
next.
Take care, Andy.
we'll see you next week. Thanks for coming on. AM Today is here. Let's see. AM Today is here. Howdy, AM. Oh, good night, Andy. Good night, Andy. Good night, Andy. Later, Andy. That was different. No. Hey, that's better. That's
Sorry
better.
about that, Jim.
Being an insulator would have been worse. Always take a cold shower if you're an insulator. With that, fiberglass. Good night, Andy. All right. Oh, I want to do a short chat anyway. I haven't had dinner.
Yeah.
So how's it going over there, Gunswater? How's the weather over there?
Oh, it's a lot warmer than it was. I mean, it's a little cool, but it's not bad. We're in the 30s and 40s.
Mm.
We got up to the 70s the one day, and I think we're going to be moving up again, up and down. It's crazy.
Mm.
No more snow though. I think that's all done.
Yeah, I'm worried. We only have snow on the top of a couple tall mountains. The backyard one has snow still, but we always rate that. If that snow melts at a certain month and time, it's either dry times or good. And I think it's going to melt too early. So,
Yeah,
going to be a dry summer. I hope we get rain this summer to counteract it.
yeah. Otherwise, you'll be in a drought.
Yeah, forest fire is what I'm worried about. And yeah, I don't think my well's ever going to go dry, but it's good to have water.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk up dry wells. You never know what the hell happens. At one time, I thought we were having problem with the well. I was getting all kind of little gravel in the screens on the faucets, and where your well goes down, and then it comes across and comes into the house. They put a wedge in there, and the weight of the pump pulls against that wedge, makes it tight. And they had a brass wedge against steel pipe, and our water's acidic, so galvanic action ate through that, and then when it would bring water in, it would flood around and then suck the gravel through. I was out looking at the wellhead, and it kicked on, and water come up out of where the cord goes down for the motor. So I called the well people in, and they pulled it out, and the pump was fine, but we replaced it because it was so old, and installed a new wedge in that.
You don't have like a pre-filter in the house before it goes to your water?
Oh, we do now.
Okay.
We got some cyclonic thing, spins it around, and at the bottom you're supposed to get some and drain it off. And we have acid neutralizers and salt system and all that good shit.
Mm-hmm.
Pain in the ass. But yeah, all the copper pipes were starting to get corroded through, so I started replacing the copper with PVC because the acidic water was attacking everything. And you get a fine mist just pissing out a line. I had an old kitchen table, the ones with the they're made out of pressed board, and then they got like a wood grain veneer on top. I come down in the cellar one time and it had fell in because it was so soaked from that fine mist pissing on it. It just soaked through all that shit and collapsed the table. Yeah, if you got to go down, like at least once a month and look around and make sure there's nothing stupid going on.
Man, there's well conspiracy theories going on here. I don't think ours is going to dry up. Hasn't happened since this house was built.
Yeah. Well, you're pretty lucky being up on a hill like that and having water so close.
Well, Just Jeff said that's bad being up on a hill, but we're getting it right from the mountain there. There's so many deep aquifers or whatever underground. Our area is known for spring water, so I don't see it drying up. I would like them to shut the faucet off downtown. They have water running constantly. People come up and get the water to drink, to take home. They take 5-gallon buckets of water or containers home. They fill up their trucks. And I wish they'd shut that thing off this year.
We used to have one of those, and they had to close it down because of the EPA. They were requiring the guy who had it to get all kind of testing and certification that would have cost way more than what his 5 cents to take all the water you want. So he ended up shutting it down.
No, this is a city fountain thingy. So no one's shutting that down. But I did have 55 gallon. Yeah, I meant 5-gallon, containers. They come by and fill up their trucks. They're using it all the time. For sure. Let's see, rock doesn't absorb water too well. Okay. I don't know. I'm not a water geologist guy, but I think we'll be fine. Even though I've never seen anything like this before. So
Yeah.
I didn't use the tractor once this year. And the plows were super easy, so not much snow this year. That's the first time ever. You go back 2-3 videos, I'm up to my hips in snow. So, yeah, bad.
Yeah, we're not here in Pennsylvania, southeast part of Pennsylvania. We're not getting the snow we used to get. In fact, a lot of times we don't even get one big snow. There'll be a little to the north, a little to the south, and for some reason our area has been missing it.
Oh, okay. I got to requote this. Not a bad idea to store 55. Yes, true. Very true. Yeah. What I should do is we got a bunch of those plastic water 55-gallon jugs. I was going to use them to shoot around, but maybe we bleach one out and fill it up just in case. Or go buy one.
You can turn it into beer.
They stopped cloud seeding. No, we just got the warm stuff. Everyone on the East Coast got hammered. So hopefully next year it changes back to normal. You probably will be fine. Yeah. I don't know. If I go dry, I'll do a video on it. It's going to screw up everything.
I got to work on the plow on my 4-wheeler. The blade, I got a motor to turn the blade sideways, and that quit working. So I got to dig into that.
On what? Oh,
I have a plow blade on the 4-wheeler. I use a winch for up and down, and I got a motor for left and right. And the control for left and right stopped working. Motor's running, but the blade ain't moving.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I'll just shit can that one and get a whole new assembly. Spend the money and do it.
Everything's fixable. Ozark.
I'm fearing some of those bolts being rusted in so bad and stuff.
Yeah, but you can always cut them, pull them, soak them. Ozark is here. How's it going, Ozark? Yeah, rusty bolts are not fun, but
no. No, and snapping the heads off and then having to drill them and easy out them.
Yeah. Yeah.
We used to use a welder and a nut at work sometimes. You could take a rod, drive it down, and hit the stud, bring it up,
Yeah.
weld it to the nut, and then it'd be hot already, so that would help you get it out.
Yeah, a lot of people do that on exhaust manifolds and stuff on old cars. They snap them off, heads, all that stuff.
Yeah, 6010 works really great for that. They actually make a rod just for that with a special coating on the tip to help it get started by just jamming it down. We had them come in and bring us them, and they were nice, but totally unnecessary.
Yep. You gotta love welders of all kinds. I don't think we could live without welders.
No.
Especially when stuff breaks down. Quick fix, boom, bang, pow, get you back out there plowing.
Yeah, got an old tombstone hanging on the wall. And I have a Miller.
Yeah, I have a tombstone right by the garage door. It gets wet from the snow and everything because it's sitting so close, but we're probably gonna sell it because my son's got a different setup. Even though he learned on a tombstone, that's what he learned in school, was stick welding. Hey, Rollis.
Yeah, that's part of the problem around here. We don't get rid of nothing.
So much for the short chat now. Rollis and Ozark is here. Hey, guys.
What's happening?
Hi, Ozark. Hi, Rollis. Good seeing you guys.
Hey, guys. Absolutely. It's been too long since I've been on. Trying to grow the company and marry off my oldest son at the same time. So,
wow.
We had his wedding shower today.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, my oldest is getting married that first Saturday of May.
All right.
I needed that bourbon.
Bad.
How is everybody?
Yeah, getting by.
Getting by.
Doing good.
I had been so pretty good. Been so busy this week. I hadn't been able to work on any of my projects. That's a bolt off an 1895 Mauser right there that's been jeweled. So cleaning up all these guns I inherited.
I know you got some cool ones in there.
Yep, this one is chambered in 22-250. It's an Argentine Mauser 1895.
Nice.
It's been fun. It's been fun peeling them apart and cleaning them up and getting the muck off of them and putting them back together, cracking one off in the backyard, put it on the rack, and move on to the next one.
I know, and like I keep saying, don't overlook that Savage Hand Shoots, because that's a Savage Hand Shoots 22. That probably shoots good.
It does. It does. I've got it cleaned up, and when you shoot standard velocity through that big 30-inch barrel, it sounds like a suppressor.
And that's what it's going to like. Yeah. So you have shot it off?
Yes. Shot it.
Oh, okay.
They cleaned up really nice. And it's been a fun project. Now, this 1895 bolt is a little bit different than the 98s. You got to the back of the firing pin, you can't push the little button in and and move it over to unscrew it. So every time you go to unscrew it, you got to put a punch in there and get it over the notch for about 8 turns, and then she'll come out. But good God, look at the spring on that thing. Let me give you something to compare it to. All right, there's a 30 case. That's how massive that firing pin is.
It looks really clean.
Oh, it is extremely clean. Extremely clean. I'm proud to own these Mausers, and yeah, that Anschaus is a nice gun too.
Yeah. Yeah, they made them for Savage. I think I don't know who did what. I think Savage did the receiver. Whatever. Yeah.
Because one of them is a single feed, and the other one has a little 5-round magazine. It's just a bugger to load. You might as well single feed. But those little bolts, it's just one finger, boom, boom.
Cool.
And they're heavy. They're a bench gun. So you're talking about a 22 that weighs 10 pounds. There is no recoil.
Yeah, very cool. That little 22 short revolver works. That's cool.
I have not shot it. I'm sure I probably could, but you need to get those low velocity 22 shorts because it was made for black powder. So I'm sure there's no pressure in a 22 short to begin with. But
oh, I thought you shot that one. Okay.
I have not shot that one because I can't remember. I'd have to go back and look at the text or the research. I've written it down that I did on it. The serial number on that gun's like 650. I mean, it's way down there. So it was made in the first batch that they made those receivers. They made guns a little bit different back in those days. They'd make receivers and then put them together for 10 years. They'd have somebody machine them up. It's Tin Man. When's the last time Tin Man's been on here?
Well, look who just came out of the shower. Tin Man.
Right.
Yep.
It's had a busy day. Okay, Rollis, what's up?
Not too much. How's this microphone sound?
Great.
Sounds good.
Good. I got one of the little lapel ones. No, just had a good week at work and had been off today making some ammo for Dead Zero, and went and picked up a pistol that I had on layaway. And after we're done here, I'm going to go to bed, get up, and go to work in the morning. Well, it'll be in the afternoon, but
What pistol? What pistol?
it is I'll keep it down out of the camera zone. I want to get this right. A Kars CW9. It's a little 7-shot, well, 7+1.
Yep.
And it's nice and flat. I can drop it in my pants pocket. Don't have to worry about like the Glock 19 or the Glock 45 I carry. Don't have to worry about printing. I just need something that some dumbass fucking truck driver tries to kick in a stall on me or something. I can put a hole in them. Yeah.
You got a pretty mouth.
Yeah, right, exactly. It's not as bad as it used to be. One nice thing about the internet, they have a lot less trouble hooking up with their own. But there was a time where you walk into the restroom and you're taking your life in your hands. It's like, maybe I should just shit myself and not worry about it.
Yeah, my son has the same pistol. It's a chop grip, right? Short.
It's short. I
Yeah.
can get all 3 fingers on it when I have the mag in it. without
Yeah.
the magazine, the little.
Yeah.
Well, here I can show you that. This part. Yeah. Without the little extension, it's just a 2-finger gun. So
Yeah. I think my son's birthday when he turned 21, we had Cabela's bucks, and he always liked how cars looked, and that one was a really good price, and so we bought that one. One thing to remember: let the trigger all the way out, just like a
right.
revolver, to
I
reset.
tend to. I don't really want to say slap, but I fully extend anyway. So that's sort of.
Whenever he hasn't carried it for quite a while, but whenever he's carrying it, I always go like this before he goes out the door, finger out. I just do this, and he knows what I'm saying. Finger out. Hey, that thing is never jammed, and it shoots good. Nice double action. Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically a Glock clone before Glock clones were Glock clones. I don't know how Smith and Wesson gets sued, and yet Carr didn't, as far as I know.
Well, it's that double action trigger, but yeah, they were the first ones to come out with single stack, little tiny 9s, and Glock didn't do it like they always do. They wait forever and not do it. And so Carr really made a lot of money because of that, because they'd never make a little tiny single stack. And then it took them 10, 15 years to do it. And it was too late. Carr already raked in all that money off that. But he bought it because he always liked the looks of them. They're cool. So
Yeah, main reason I bought it was it was flat, and it was in the $300 bin. And
yeah.
And I need to stop buying all these other guns, which the 3 Smiths I bought in the last few months. Yeah, they're all. Yeah, they're starting to become a little bit valuable, but as far as they're rare because they haven't been made in 20 years. And before the election, get some suppressors bought and get a couple short-barreled rifles. And once the Democrats get in control, they say they're going to jack it up to $5,000 a stamp, and I have no reason not to believe them.
Mrs. Tin Man is here. Good to see you.
Listen, Tin Man, you tell him he can play golf as much as he wants, as long as he takes the girls.
I know. Get the girls go. Definitely get them some. You know, they have kids clubs now. You don't have to chop them down. So, and they weigh properly for the kids. And get the oldest one, and then the youngest one can have hers. Get her a new set as they grow. Yeah. And go out and play a short little par 3 course or a little short 9. Hell yeah, that's a lot of fun. The reason me and my dad got back together and we were all good was because of golf. We started playing golf, and all my young stupid things that I had against my dad went out the window, and we had so much fun. We'd play tournaments together as a team and everything. It was so much fun. Yeah. And when he died, everyone donated a bunch of money to his favorite golf club. So there you go. Court, a club, not a golf club, a course club.
Right.
That he always played locally. Yeah. We have a couple years left. I love the banter between husband and wife. Anyway, I see a new window broken. Get him some clubs. A new window broken. Yes. Anyway. So yeah, have you shot the car yet?
I was going to go out in the backyard earlier this evening, but just got distracted between cooking dinner and getting ammo. Like you said, getting my ammo put together and cleaning. Yeah, had a couple of guns I was cleaning, so just like, oh, I'll do it in 10 minutes. I'll do it in 10 minutes. Next thing you know, it's dark. I'm like, okay, I'll do it. I'll wait till noon and then do it after everybody's done with church.
Yeah, I'm gonna have him get that back out so I can see the barrel plug test and see if it likes a lot of my, 147, 143 grain type bullets.
Right. I think it's going to work out well. I mean, it looks like it's in good shape and everything, so I don't think there'll be any issues.
You bought it used?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a gun store / pawn shop, so they got rid of a lot of the stuff. They stopped buying stuff that the crackheads want to sell and cleaned it up a little bit. Now they're starting they're going to put a one of the kiosks in for your fingerprints and everything, and they're starting to sell their own branded 22 suppressors, and they're supposed to start getting into 30 cals and 22 calibers. And they're going to try to keep the prices down. So the 22 can's only it's like $300, but yeah, they're the local folks. So yeah, I'm certain I can find a 22 can cheaper than that, but take care of your own more or less.
Yeah, 22 can. Make sure you got stainless steel baffles. So
Yeah.
it's the dirtiest can out there. 22. You're going to be cleaning that a lot, and you want it easy to clean. So stainless steel, preferably heat treated, gold colored baffles, or monocore, whatever you do.
It's like you said, monocore. I don't know if it's stainless steel and it's coated, or if it's just regular, some kind of regular steel, and it's coated. But it's easy disassemble. I mean, she stood right there and tore it apart.
Who makes it?
It's their proprietary. They're starting their own.
Oh,
Shop. They're going to sell. I mean, if you go in there and you say, I want the Istanbul, Marauder 2742, that costs $2,700, they'll order it for you. But they're going to have their own in-house brand. So hopefully it won't be. Hopefully they'll be able to do a pretty good job with it.
Yeah, monocores. Most times you take a dull, like a cheap knife that is crappy steel, and just scrape off the crap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Backside of an X-Acto knife, yeah.
Yeah, just a crappy steel that dulls easy, that won't hurt, and just scrape the monocore out. The only problem is, like where it's threaded on the muzzle blast part. That's you gotta scrub that out. But yeah, monocores are pretty easy. The only thing with monocores is your first shot's gonna be loud, like bam, pop, 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 pop.
Well, you can clean that. You can put those and just let them soak in seafoam for a little bit, and then clean them out like that. Soften it up, right?
Not seafoam. I've never tried seafoam. I never thought of that, but
I mean, I know some people use sonic cleaners, but and like I said, I don't know what kind of material they use. So
Yeah, Sonic
But,
cleans work. They're not going to get them totally clean. They'll get the bulk. That's all you need. You know,
Yeah.
actually, they work better when they're dirty. So people try and clean them like brand new. Why? Why are you cleaning them brand new? If you're going to go,
because when you go to sell them, you're going to say, "Yeah, I ran a dozen rounds through, and that's all." You know, and
no,
yeah, and they ran 10 gazillion rounds through full.
I don't know anybody who's owned a suppressor who's ever sold one.
yeah, no one's
Well,
gonna, no one's
It's too
gonna,
much damn trouble to get one.
AIM Surplus actually has used suppressors. They're police trade-ins. I mean, I don't know if they have any quote unquote civilian models, but yeah. And I imagine, especially nowadays, you're gonna have people trading up and trade. You know, oh, yeah, I got this one. You know, I'll trade you this one for these two new ones or whatever. You know, just like with guns.
yeah, usually you can't, you
Once they
don't.
settle all this tax stamp crap.
Yeah, you still got to re-register it in the next guy's name. Yeah, cans normally you just keep, but there's different ways to clean them. Stay away from the dip. That's toxic waste. You know, hydrogen peroxide and vinegar is toxic waste, so you don't want to do that. What works really good is CLR, half and half with water.
Okay.
But that can also make some toxic waste when it's done. So, but CLR, if you want a cheap way to clean and do gloves and don't breathe the stuff, put it in a jar.
It's basically just acid, yeah.
CLR works really awesome. I've done it on my 22 cans and some others, and it just falls right off. You let it sit overnight, but you can only do it on stainless steel, and it will eat. It will eat your tube finish, whatever's finished on your tube. It will turn your steel a different color and start eating that. So you got to watch out for that if you got end caps. But if you have heat treated stainless steel, that's what I preach all the time for 22 cans. Man, CLR half and half with water, but treat it like it's toxic waste, no matter what you do with it.
What you can do with it afterwards is take it, and dump it down the drain in one of the poor neighborhoods, and then they'll get blamed for it.
Yeah,
you don't want the neighbor's car that pisses you off.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. You don't do it in the kitchen either. I've seen people doing that in their kitchen, and I'm like, are you crazy? You eat off that counter.
I am so oblivious to I know one of my neighbors. They're the ones who are directly across the road. That's because they had to borrow my hose to prime their pump when they had some work done to their plumbing. And I have no idea who the neighbor is on the other side of my tree line. I don't know their name. I don't know the girl. I don't. Yeah, anybody could walk up to me and tell me they're my neighbor. But okay, same thing. Same thing with the pain in the ass on the other side. I've never seen her. I mean, she yelled at me, then went back in the house, and then, like you said, about 10 minutes later, I lit up the fucking hillside. But I like I said, I have no idea who, what their names are, what they look like, what they drive. They leave me alone. I'll leave them alone for the most part. And so it's just everybody around here seems to stay to themselves, and I like it that way, and they seem to like it that way. So why fuck it up?
Right. Don't tip the apple cart.
Mm-hmm. I have enough cameras around this house. If somebody comes on the property, I get a text and.
Well, you know why Cranky and Pat drive Subarus? That's good camouflage.
Yeah, those little Subaru Brats. I don't know if you.
Back in the day, or the
I
new
think
one?
that's what they were called, right?
Mm-hmm.
And those always look like they
had the two seats in the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they always look like they'd be neat to play around with.
Oh, Pat, that's funny. Yeah, just be real careful if you're using. Don't use the dip whatsoever. That's old school. That's old stuff now. CLR 50/50, but I don't know what the solution is after you're done. And you just, you're like a chemist, okay? Be very careful out in the garage, ventilation, outside, whatever, and then careful where you dump it. So, yeah.
Yeah. As far as hydrogen peroxide goes, I don't deal with it.
No, it's the vinegar that's bad with lead. You don't want vinegar and lead. And the hydrogen peroxide just foams it up, makes it action. It makes it work easier. So it makes it like gives it some foaming action, whatever.
Right.
And you can use a glass jar. Don't bother with that. That's old stuff. No one does that anymore. They actually have suppressor cleaners now that are there's one good one I want to try just for my 308 can because I can't take that one apart. And I have it in my box for birthday discount, but that shit is expensive. And the only reason I'm going to buy it is it won't take the finish off my 308 can, and I can cork it, let it sit there overnight, 24 hours, whatever, and that'll clean the 308 can. I don't want to do CLR in that because you got steel walls on the can and all that. It'll start eating at that steel. So, and I don't know what it does to Inconel. Inconel is to protect the blast baffles and stuff. So, yeah, I might buy overpriced. There's one good brand for cleaning suppressors. I forget what it is. I can look it up. And that does work. And the only reason is I can't open up my 308 can. So you've seen Johnny Green Bench go through that, and he used the toxic waste, right?
Mm-hmm.
And shaking my head like, no, where are you going to dump that? Anyway, now you got this new suppressor cleaner he could use, and it will make your can a lot lighter from all that crap that's in there.
Actually, I know exactly where I'd dump it. I'd dump it right there at the tank wash where we do resins, hydrogen peroxide. We do turpentine. Yeah, I should say. But I tend to clean my equipment anyways. Hell, I could dump it right down their drain and go right to their cleaning system. That I guarantee you, some of the stuff that they deal with make whatever we can produce look like cotton candy.
Yeah, and a lot of cities have a disposable waste place. You can mark it on there. If you're using the dip, you would call it lead acetate when it's done. And who knows what they do with it after, but don't pour it in people's water or wells. Anyone that has a well, you don't want to do that.
Exactly. Well, and everybody here is on wells anyway. So, like you said, that's the last thing you want to do is actually dump it anywhere.
Carb cleaner won't work on a can. We're talking, yeah.
Can you put that in a pan, set it out in the sun, dry it out, and then scrape that shit together and then toss it?
I've thought of that. It might take a while. Also, you could kind of like help it by burning it off, but
like I was just saying, the tank wash where we clean our tanks at, that's basically what they do. They have these big big areas where they
settling tanks.
Yeah. Eventually, what they do is the actual the water is separated out, and then the actual sludge is just put in these little holding tanks. Well, they're not even tanks; they're just big. If you're at a feed lot, it'd look like a feed, a big ass feed.
Yeah.
and they just let it dry, and you know, and then they scrape it up, and eventually it hits the landfill. But by the time it hits the landfill, yeah,
At the mill, they would put lime in it, right?
yeah,
And it would leave as toxic waste, and then they put it into a silo and pump it out of the silo into another truck, and now it was labeled fertilizer.
there's a couple of places where I did that. You know, we would go to this. It wasn't a steel mill; it was a plant of. It was a chemical plant of anything. But like you said, it yeah, if they took it to the dump, it was hazardous waste. But you took it and you laid it on the field, and it would act, and it was a fertilizer. I mean, it acted as a fertilizer, and so depending on where you
It
took
acted.
it. Mhm.
Oh, okay, for Pat, he's talking about the old carb cleaner, the good stuff that came in a gallon bucket with the screen. Patriot Pole knows, you know.
Chlorinated hydrocarbon.
They changed the formula. Before it was super awesome, and then they changed it because for being environmentally friendly, and now the stuff sucks. But I used to have the old can of the stuff, and yeah, I never
111 trichloroethane, the best solvent in the whole world. A 5-gallon bucket will evaporate in about 24 hours.
and they banned it. You know, I forget what brand it was, but it was a 1-gallon bucket with screen inside for your carburetors. And this is before sonic cleaners. But
That stuff was great.
I noticed they changed the formula. I bought another can. It's like, wait a minute, this doesn't smell the same. It's not the same. It doesn't work as good. And so, yeah, that stuff is, you know, environmentally unfriendly now.
That shit'll make you hear things that aren't there.
Yeah, Thorax has, you know, solar evaporation ponds. Is basically what most of these chemical tank facilities use. And
They
then
just release it into the air and call it good, right?
mhm. Oh, you every once in a while they'll fire up a pump to start pumping that stuff out to the silo, and it just stinks. You know, you're laying there asleep with your window open, all of a sudden you just smell and you think, did I just shit myself? Did I just die? I mean, it just, and then yeah, it's nasty. So then, and they had like I said, they had about a half dozen 22 cans. And if it wasn't for the fact that I just paid this gun off, I'd put money down on one of the 22 cans. Just say, well, once you're up and running, you know, just put one of these in the back there for me. And
There's a company called Valley Protein out here at Lancaster County, and they go around to the farms and they pick up the dead animals. You know, it might be a week, it might be 2 weeks that they're laying there before they pick them up. They load them up in these trucks. The top of them is open. If you get behind them, they're dripping juice. And I worked at a hosiery mill, and we were on like the second or third floor, and this thing would go and stop and make a left-hand turn. So it'd go by two sides of the building when it would go by. And you could look down in the top and see the bloated guts. And man, did that stink. In the middle of the summer, they'd go around closing every window.
yeah, but there's I've only been to a couple of rendering plants over the years, and just to be honest, going to the water treatment plant is a lot better, yeah, smell wise. There's this stuff that I used to pick up and take to the big feedlots, and it was this. It looked like wet cement, you know, right after you first mix it, and it was hog food, and it was just the nastiest smelling stuff. I mean, I don't know what the hell they made of. I was kind of scared to ask what it was made of. And sugar beets were pretty nasty smelling too, that they would use for hog and cow feed. So,
Hey, I live in the poultry capital of the world. All those
yeah, so
poultry processing plants is guts, beaks, combs, feet, and feathers.
yeah,
And,
you know exactly what.
I know exactly what it is. Yeah.
My indoctrination into catfish bait was something else.
What was it?
Shrimp, chicken, put it in a Tupperware, stick it in a car in the middle of the summer and let it cook.
We would just go get chicken livers, you know, and they're nice and fresh, and yeah, and that seemed to work pretty good most of the time. Yeah. So, and then
I had a forgotten bucket of worms in a car one summer.
Oh, jeez.
The old trick of deer camp was to get a set of buck nuts and throw up under somebody's seat in their truck and see how long it took them to find.
They told me about nailing a catfish to a tree, taking pliers to skin it. And that seemed awful cruel to me. They're like, oh no, do it alive because they wiggle out of it. So I just couldn't bring myself to do that. So I cut their heads off. That was good too. Everything I tried wouldn't work until I got a machete. Once you get the head off, good luck trying to get the skin off of that thing.
Right.
You got to flay them off after that.
Yeah, I never done the catfishing thing again.
I mean, I always was catfishing, but I just threw it back. I like my fish. I like my fish to come in a cardboard box, be about that thick, and be whatever, you know, just dip it.
I did a fish fry last night. Catfish, and Cranky was like, "What the hell's an onion ball?" The made onion balls and hush puppies and fried potatoes. But onion balls, you take onions and cut them in little 1/4-inch fingers about 1 inch long.
Mm-hmm.
And Martha White hush puppy mix, and you add just enough water for it to hold together. Then you scoop that into the oil. It's like a cross between a hush puppy and an onion ring. God almighty, they're good.
That sounds really friggin'
Yeah,
good.
it sounds good.
Yeah, that sounds good. Damn it, I'm hungry.
Little 1-inch heart attacks, but God almighty, they're good.
Now they're finding out that way of eating's not that bad for you.
Well, frying catfish. Anyway.
You know, I tried filleting them son of a bitches with X-Acto knives. I was trying everything I had. I started out with a chef knife. I got down to X-Acto knife. That skin on a catfish is like a truck tire.
I use an electric knife and I can go right through them.
That's something I don't have.
Take the ribs with it. When you cut it off the spine, flip it over, and then you pull the fish through the electric knife, and it'll take that skin right off.
It helps not being a dumb fuck.
Well, down south, we got plenty of catfish. So.
While I'm thinking about it, because I looked up at my the top of the screen here. This, for people like us, you go to primary and secondary. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but over on Rumble, they have a specific page. Primary, it's the PNS Revolver Modcasts, and it's just guys like us, and they're geeking out on revolvers and I mean, they touch on a little bit of everything, but they have several that are specifically revolver centric. And literally, I've been listening to that all week, and they're nice, long, juicy, uh, lots of information, a lot of entertainment, and I think most people who listen to this page would love to listen to that one too if you don't already. And they were talking about the last one they did was 41 Magnum and 45 Colt. Yeah, if you guys want to give that a look, some of you guys might find it interesting.
There's a good channel here on YouTube. I think it's called Revolver Roundup. And I do believe the guy's in Lancaster County.
There's one of the they had like one of these podcasts. They had a guy, I guess it's the guy who runs or owns Lipsy's, and he was dropping hints that there might be a 41 Magnum mountain gun coming back out. But I'll go to the bank and borrow money for that one.
Yeah, and all the stuff I've done, I only ever seen one Smith & Wesson 41 Magnum, and I bought it.
That's
you don't see them too much.
Well, I have right this very moment, both Brownells and Bud's has, the classic line. They have the classic blued in frame, 6-inch barreled ones, and they're about $1,200. I mean, the price that normally those classics run for, and so I'm like stuck. Which do I do first, the suppressors, or do I get this 41 Magnum? Because 41 Magnum will disappear sometime. The Smiths will, Ruger and Taurus has always been a lot better at maintaining a supply of 41 Magnums, platforms than Smith & Wesson, and it's a Smith & Wesson design. And but they do, they do have the classic line right at the moment. And I haven't had one for a few years, and it's just I just want one for the collection, and B, I think it'd be really neat. And if they do a mountain gun, like they did one back in the real early 2000s, and those ones were blued. Of course, all the new mountain guns are stainless, but
those non-fluted cylinders kind of grew on me. I didn't like them at first, but they kind of grew on me.
But non-fluted?
Yeah. Aren't all the mountain guns non-fluted?
I think that I think they're fluted. Let me look real quick. I know right now Bud's has the 44 mountain gun, and
they got the half underlug.
Yeah, they have the half underlug and the tapered barrel, and then I can't find it at the moment. They have the, and they don't have the lock. That's the new thing for the I guess Smith is just going to get away from the lock altogether, but they definitely don't have the mountain guns for specifically when Lipsy's did the mountain gun, this latest batch, they did them with the the mountain gun has the fluted barrel. Now, if you go to the Colt Kodiak, which is the 44. That one's an unfluted barrel with a 6-port brake on the barrel, but that's of course the Anaconda. But yeah, no, the mountain gun has. It'd be cool if it did have a unfluted barrel or cylinder. I think the unfluted looks better. Hey, there's Thor's, and
Great story.
it seems to me it would actually be easier to manufacture that because that's one less machining step you have to do.
Yep.
How you doing, Thor's?
Good, I'm doing all right. How you guys doing?
Just enjoying life.
I am getting a little bit more dexterity feeling, I guess, back in my hands, get a little more strength in my left arm again. So, things are moving forward at a snail's pace. I had PT last week. I got to see my old physical therapist. I'll tell you what, dude, if you got anybody in the medical profession that you trust, keep them. Keep them. I cannot express that more than anything else. If you trust that person, that they're going to tell you exactly, what it is that's going on, keep them. Believe me.
You still got that block in your shoulder?
No, it's not from my shoulder. I had a stroke
Really?
2 months ago.
I didn't know that.
Remember when I was up here? Remember when you were up here and you wanted to go walk around on the waterfront? I told you, man, I can't do that because I'll just get I'll get so I can't move. Well, I was having issues with my circulation even at that time, and I didn't know it. And it looks as though I passed a blood cut from my lungs into my cardiac artery. And what happened was that got all plugged up, but I didn't get any blood flow, up into my head from there. And it turned into an ordeal, man. I ended up calling a friend of mine. He came over to the house, and him and another friend, they went ahead and called the ambulance. They took me to the hospital. I spent 2 months. I spent 2 months away from the house. So
damn, Dave.
I just got back, Yeah, it was, man, I've been getting it, dude. I don't know.
We all just thought you were pissed at Jim.
Oh, please.
Well, you're looking good now, man.
Not at all.
Dave, I'm glad to see you're up and going, man. That's
Yeah.
scary stuff.
Jim, we're
I'm messing with you.
Yeah, it is, and I could have died, man. And in fact, I was laying on the floor and I was saying, hey, God, I've lived my life. I lived a good life, and if this is it, go ahead and take me home right now. I'm ready to go. That's what I was telling him on the floor while I was laying there for my buddy to get there.
Well, he said nope.
I couldn't get up off the couch, so I
When he
got down on
calls
my
you
knees in
Thor's,
front
you're
of the
gonna
couch,
go.
up, tried to push. Yeah, I tried to push myself up from the couch. I was down on my knees, and next thing you know, I put my hands down on the floor, and I just kept going towards the floor. And next thing you know, I was flat on my chest, and so I knocked the phone down. And it just so happened one of my friend's phone numbers was on it, and I pressed that. I said, man, you need to come over here and get me up off the floor. I can't get up. And so he came over, and he helped me get up on the couch again. They called the ambulance, and away I went to the emergency room, and that's when I got the bad news, Yeah, but I've been really dealing with it. Over the last 5 years, I've had some pretty serious things happen to me, and it's not new. I'm not even fazed by it anymore. Somehow or another, I've sat down at the approach table of life, and I just keep getting these bad hands. I need to quit. I need to fold and get up and walk away because I can't win at this game. I keep getting these bad hands, getting the wrong cards every time.
You're talking a lot better. Your tongue's
Oh,
doing
man,
your tongue's
my
doing
tongue
a
is
lot.
doing better, but if I talk a lot, my tongue will get tired and I'll start to slur.
Yeah, but it sounds way better than last time.
Yeah.
So you're getting there. You're coming along. It after a stroke, it takes time.
Yeah, patience.
Your
They say
brain,
it's 6 months to a year.
yeah, your brain will retrain
Yeah,
everything.
your brain has to retrain it.
Mm-hmm.
Tell you what, I'm completely off the smoking, and since I'm on all these, blood thinners, I can't have any alcohol, so I can't have beer or anything like that. So it's been a pretty dry homecoming after getting out of the convalescent home, man. But I'm just glad I'm out of that place. Wow.
No rest there.
No, it's all about control. It's all about control. You know what? What was that movie? The one with Jack Nicholson in it.
Cuckoo's Nest?
Here's Johnny.
Oh yeah,
No, here's Johnny. The one where
The Shining.
one that flew over the cuckoo's nest. Yeah, Nurse Ratched is alive and well. She works at convalescent homes. Yep, they're full of those. All about control. It's all about control. Yep.
I saw a thing, a different
I'll
take
tell you
on
what,
The Shining. Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you.
No, he's slightly delayed.
No, go
That's
ahead.
why. He's slightly delayed. That's why.
I saw a different take on The Shining where he didn't go nuts. It was his wife. The wife was schizophrenic.
The Wendy theory.
Yeah.
Basically, she kills. Part of the theory is she kills him when he falls down. She hits him in the head with the baseball bat. He falls down the steps. He's dead. After they were having that argument, she kills him, and then everything else after that is just like you said, her delusions. It's I think they call it the Wendy theory, but
Yeah. It's an interesting way to view the movie.
And ironically, and this is something I know, shortly after watching that, I was watching the TV show Ozark. And the name of the wife is Wendy.
Yeah.
And what's his name has all these plans. He has all this stuff set up. And then she goes off and does whatever she wants to do. I'm thinking to myself, there's another friggin' Wendy screwing everything up.
Yeah, but that was a good series. I loved Ozark. Yeah. That was good stuff.
Okay. I just want to let you guys know, if you ever end up in a convalescent home and you have that thing with the nurses that are the control thing, but you can't do this and you can't do that and you can't do this and you can't do that. Well, I only put up with that for only so long. And then, I had to set it straight who was in charge here, and I got up to go to the bathroom. They told me I had to get in the wheelchair and that I can't walk there. What I did is I reached over, I grabbed my cell phone, I showed it to him. I said, I can dial a taxi, okay? And that taxi can pull right up front out here. I can walk the fuck out of this place, get in that taxi, drive away, and never see you again. And there's nothing you can do to stop me. And that shut them up. You got to be that way with them. Otherwise, they'll just control. You gotta push back. If you don't push back, they'll come in and push. They'll come in and push on you even more. Believe me, it's bad.
Mm.
Well, the thing is that some of these people are delusional. You know, they got Alzheimer's, or they're having, you know, these, you know, they're not even in their right mind. So these nurses adopt this attitude to be aggressive. Okay, that's the way they control those people. They go in there and they just, you know, they're very aggressive over them, and that way they avoid any combatants, you know, from the patient. You know, because, you know, I'm stronger than you. I have the authority and you don't. That sort of attitude. And I didn't put up with that shit at all. Cell phone, taxi cab, walk out front, never see you again, and then a damn thing you can do about it. I do whatever the hell I want. Get out of my way. I have to go to the bathroom. Oh, would you please get the door? Yeah. Yeah.
You do better at home
Jump through the
anyway.
form.
Yeah. There's the
Oh,
hospitals
Susan,
and
I'll tell you
rehab.
what.
There's no place to rest.
As soon as I got out of that place, I got in the passenger seat of my friend's car, and we drove off, and I wasn't even a mile down the street, and I was just smiling, and I was praising God I was out of that place. I was smiling. I never felt so good in my life. We finally got in my driveway, and John said, "Hey, I'll go around the car and let you out." I said, "Hey, man, I got it. You know, I got the car door open, took off my seatbelt, jumped out of the car, went up the steps and opened my door to my house, and I went up the steps, sat on my couch, and I said, I cannot explain how good it feels to be out of that place.
Oh my God.
I felt a million times better. It was such a relief getting away from those people. It was prison.
Are you
It
on
was
Coumadin
bad.
now?
I never want to go back. No, not Coumadin. They got me on something else. I can't really even pronounce it. But it's a.
My dad, my grandmother were on that stuff.
Well, it's a blood thinner, but they want to. How should I say this? They didn't want to thin my blood out too much because they're not sure if I still have residual plaque or anything like that floating around in my veins. So they don't want to make it too thin, and then I end up going through this all over again. What they want to do is they want to let my system kind of naturally break down what the hell is going on and get rid of it. They said it was going to be up to about 3 weeks to a month that that's going to be going on, because basically your liver takes care of a lot of that crap.
Yeah.
Just that you got to quit drinking. That's the main thing. That's what the doctors told me. No smoking, no drinking. You've got to avoid that. Otherwise, it's going to pass through your liver, and you're not going to get rid of it. You got to get rid of it. So I'm not a doctor. I don't know. So I'm just taking my medicine. I'm taking my medication, and I'm just sticking to the program and seeing where this is going to go.
Yeah, don't tax your liver. Give it a chance to work as best it can.
What's that?
Said don't tax your liver. Give it a chance to work the best it can. That's why they don't want you to drink, because it's got to clean all your system.
That's right. Like I said, I'm not a doctor. I just sat there because, I'll tell you what, this one doctor that was in the emergency room, actually in ICU, I was laying there on the bed. He came over and he said, "Dave," and I said, "Yeah." He says, "I want you to understand something." I said, "Yeah, okay." He goes, "You may go to sleep, and if you stop breathing, your heart's going to stop, and that's it." In other words, he was telling me, this is a very touchy situation right now. You might be knocking on heaven's door right now.
Yeah, well, you can say that about any one of us. No, tomorrow's not promised. You don't know when your day is, and when the good Lord calls you home, that's when you go.
That isn't a bad way. That's not a bad way to go either.
No,
and you know
out
what?
of all the
Guns
ways you
Wang-
can go to sleep and go. I think that's. I think we would all want that way. To
I
go.
would, yeah, I would love that.
That was my
What I'm
cousin.
trying to say is that you weren't laying there on that gurney. And, you know, that was the reality of the whole thing for me. And that's when I started to realize that, you know, it's time can be really short right now. So, you know, enjoy your life, enjoy your family, enjoy the relationships you have with people. You know, that's short, dude.
You don't know what life has in store for you.
And don't
They say
forget,
the good Lord doesn't give you more than you can handle, but sometimes I wonder.
and don't forget to laugh. That's the number one rule. Laugh every day, always, all day.
If it wasn't for the laughing, I'd have to cry every day. And just seeing them.
Here's another thing too.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wonder if the world is okay and I'm the retard. Some days I know the world's retarded and I'm actually okay.
Yeah,
So-
maybe.
I'll tell you, the world ain't right. That's for sure.
You got to laugh every day, all day.
Yeah, I always said if you tell a joke and you're the only one that laughs, it was still worth telling the joke.
Yeah, at least somebody found it funny.
It is. Yep. Yep. And if you're married and have a family, make sure you make them laugh some way or another. No matter how pissed off they are, make them laugh.
Yeah, that's deep.
So what's everybody else
That's
got, man? I didn't mean to steal the show and tell everybody about my my thing. You know, Marvin asked, so I thought I might.
Well, Dave, I'm glad you're.
what's happening.
I hadn't been on much, but I'm glad you're okay. You know, my family's seen some of those scary things, and I understand. I get it. I'm glad you have recovered. That's special. Well, you're on the way
Hey,
to
man.
recover.
Yeah, and I'm not in a motorized wheelchair with my mouth gaped open. You know, can't move, sitting in a diaper with a big bag of pee. You know, hanging off the back of the wheelchair. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Things could have been
that
a lot. Yeah,
My,
things could have
my
been a lot
business
different.
partner's mother had a stroke, and she was in a bed for 15 years. That's not living. You know.
No, it's not.
Ooh.
Nope.
Ooh.
Yep. So I just thank God things happened the way it did, and then I turned out the way it turned out okay. You know, for the most part, I turned out okay, and I had a chance of getting back to a normal again. Well, enough on this subject.
I
This-
think you'll be fine.
This subject
You
is
know,
all
we've
about
been-
destruction and bad luck and everything else. Dude, let's change the subject, okay? Let's move on
Happy
to something
day.
else. Happy days, man.
Well, my Mauser just went back together good, so that was good.
Uh-huh.
Dave, I
What were
inherited my cousin's guns, and I've been having a ball cleaning them and a bunch of antique guns.
Yeah, I heard he passed and he left his gun collection and it needed a lot of cleaning up, you know, so that's what you've been doing.
That's what I've been doing, enjoying the shit out of it. You know, these guns that he got from his stepfather, technically, you know, these antiques in 1895. Argentine Mauser, and then an 1898 Mauser. Both of them been sporterized, but
Right.
and then that Arisaka. Oh heck yeah, I've been having a hoot. All the 1022, 3 of them.
Your Arasaka, did they grind off the flour or is it still on it?
Nope. It's it still has the flour on it, and it's the it's the 6.5 millimeter, and yeah, still has the flour on it, and it's
Nice.
the carbine.
Well, then that was taken off a dead one.
Well, the story behind it is his stepdad was the most junior officer. He was a second lieutenant on MacArthur's staff in World War II. So it was an insult to the Japanese to surrender to an officer of junior year rank. So being a second lieutenant, guess what he got to do all over Japan? He accepted the surrender of several units, and I don't know the story of how the gun came to be or into his possession, but it was never officially turned in. It still has the chrysanthemum on it. It's a 35, so not a 99. So it's another one I appreciate. And then he took a silver dollar and stamped his name into it, then inlaid that into the stock.
Nice.
So he, what did they call it in World War II? Before it was called the CIA.
OSS?
The OS, no, that's the British. But anyways, that's who he was. He was an intelligence officer on MacArthur's staff. So when the CIA was formed, he just went straight on into that. And he retired from the CIA in the early 70s. So when Kennedy got shot during the Vietnam War, all that, he was in the CIA. So some interesting stuff probably came under his nose during his career. He was in the CIA during the Korean War.
So is that Type 38? Is it still in the military configuration, or was it sporterized?
It is, well, it's a late war configuration when they were doing everything they could to put stuff together. It has all the military stock on it, but the end piece has had a different end cap put on it. So it's still got the lug for a bayonet, but it doesn't have the wood that goes all the way to the end of the barrel. So it's not sporterized, but it still has the top wood. It still has the end clip on the end of it. And at the end of the war, they were putting everything together they could find. So according to the serial number and the maker and the armory stamps, it was built in about 1910. Is when it was manufactured. So it was probably an old surplus rifle they pulled out and here, use this, but the rifling in it is beautiful. It's beautiful. It does not have the bolt. So I don't, who knows? He was kind of a hoarder in the basement. So if the bolt turns up, that's wonderful, but I need to find another bolt for it. Other than that, it's, I think, in shootable condition.
Towards the end of the war, when they were just cranking out whatever rifles they could, they had what now nickname now is that what they call a rope hole 99. Type 99. It's a rope hole, and then the buttstock. They just drill the hole and you put a rope through that, tie a knot at the other end, and that was your sling.
Right.
You do that for a sling, yeah. And here you go. Here's your rifle. Go kill the enemy. That was it. And
they quit doing the two-piece. They quit doing the two-piece buttstock there at the very end in 45. They were just cranking out whatever they could where they had parts for it. And I'm sure this one was pulled out of a warehouse somewhere, but it is the carbine, so it's a nice little short one.
Well, they were going to fight it right down to the last man. So they even had they had arsenal in Japan. They had like warehouses that had rifles and ammunition in them, and they were basically just going to tell the civilian population, kill the enemy when they invade. Yeah.
Yep. Most of the 38s were used on the continent.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, how do I pronounce this? Triley is here.
Truly.
How do I say that? I'm sorry. But anyway, yeah. Recommendations. Weird. I'm usually not on recommendations or cyberspace. What do they call it? Algorithms. Not
The
really.
algorithm doesn't like you.
I'm not an algorithm channel. So, hey, thanks for coming and saying hi. Oh, Ozarks, I got a question. Got link sausage upstairs. I'm tired of like sausage and eggs. Any idea what to do with that sausage and cooking it differently
It's a breakfast sausage.
for dinner tonight? Yeah, it's just little link sausages, little wieners. It's good. It's maple flavored. It's really good, but I'm tired of, my wife got me a whole pack of them. I'm tired of scrambled eggs and sausages. Any ideas? Can I cook it easier, different, like throw them in the oven or something? And I don't know. Got any ideas?
I'll chop them up with a bunch of potatoes and cheese and stuff like that. And
Bam! That's why I ask you. Okay. Ooh, that would be good with like au gratin potatoes too.
yeah.
Holy crap! But that's all.
Anything you can do with ham, you can do with sausage.
And don't forget the biscuit.
Right. Breakfast burrito.
You know what I do with them? I would chop them up, fry them up, throw some onion in there, and then throw them in pork and beans, and then bake it.
Yeah, make cowboy beans. That's the stuff that with bacon and peppers and hamburger.
Yeah, I have cases of pork and beans in food storage. That's a go-to. Hey, I could do that. Yeah. Okay. Good job, guys.
Yeah. Make a meal out of cowboy beans.
I'm dying for some proper au gratin potatoes too. Man, I can't do it, but and the mixes suck. The stuff you buy pre-done now. But I'm dying for some good au gratin potatoes too, and that would be good with little cut-up sausage. Yes.
Well, the way you cheat with au gratin potatoes was with a block of cream cheese.
Oh.
So, block of cream cheese, can of cream of mushroom soup. Heat them up together in the saucepan. Put them in there with your sliced potatoes or your hash browns. You're good. It's a cheat. You don't have to worry about your cream separating or milk separating and all that.
Oh, and Jag is going to torture me. Jag is torturing me with chicken fried steak. Yeah, I got to go up to that diner, Jag. The one you visited up here. Another thing is I could do some pasta. I can do some Italian spaghetti and sausage.
Mix it with rice, put it in a stuffed bell pepper, stuff it in a bell pepper. I use that sausage to make those stuffed mushrooms you guys fell in love with. Equal part sausage, equal part cheese, and equal part onion. Stuff it in a mushroom. Y'all ate the shit out of those things when I made them. Meg fell in love with.
I'll be up all night trying to make dinner.
Can you blanch a green pepper to get that skin off of the outside of it? Like if you're going to do a stuffed pepper.
You got a gas stove?
Or throw them on the grill.
Oh, is that the way to do it? Fire?
Yeah.
Throw them on the grill. Yeah.
Throw them on a grill. Throw them. You can use a broiler oven.
Pat says 3-minute ramen. He sent me a case of ramen. That's not a bad idea, Pat. I could chuck them in there, cook them up real quick and chuck them in there. Okay. Pat, cat. Oh, that's funny. Oh, he sent me that gourmet, what is it? North
Yeah, but
Korea,
people,
South Korean ramen. Yeah.
I had those tacos El
the
Pastor. I
maple
thought
flavor. The maple flavor would go good with the beans, though. That's what
Yeah.
I was thinking.
if you got
plus
the
a little
maple,
onion
yeah.
in there. It's right in there. Yeah.
Just Jeff, that's a good idea. Always have some cream of mushroom soup. Yeah. Oh, I guess
Yeah.
it's
Cream mushroom soup's one of those staples you keep on the shelf. Cream of chicken, cream of celery, cream of mushroom.
yeah, I know we have a case. Oh man, I hope it's not expired yet. The grocery stores have the local ones, not Walmart. They have cases of food cheap. And so you buy cases of this and that. Cream of, yeah, I should have gotten cream of mushroom soup. So we buy them, store them away, and then they expire and you got to eat them. You can go past the date.
Yeah. As long as the can's not swelling up, you're fine.
As long as they don't get gassy, you're good. Always don't get the pull tab cans. Always get the can opener cans, and they'll last forever.
I didn't know there was an issue with the pull tab cans.
Yeah, because if they gas, they'll open. You know what I mean? They're
Yeah.
really thin. You want to get can opener type cans that are
Oh,
solid.
okay.
Yeah.
Pat, I agree with you. Those Al Pastor tacos with the pineapple. It's got to have the pineapple in there.
Mm,
Oh,
you guys are killing me. Mm.
yeah, my little taco stand in town's doing Al Pastor now. Oh, yeah. Yeah, buddy.
All I need is a truck to pull up in one of our towns, and we'll get that next. Yeah.
It's actually inside the little Mexican grocery store we have. They got the best produce. They got the best meat cabinet. And they got the best tacos.
Yeah. And real tortillas, handmade. You got to have that.
Yeah, they got the bag. It's just a clear bag with tortillas in it.
Mm.
Yeah, you go back to the meat case and they got carnitas in a giant stew pot. So they put them in a styrofoam cup and then they get a little Ziploc bag and put the broth in it and put it in another Ziploc. Oh man, they've been probably cooking that same pot of stock for 10 years. They just add meat to it every day. That's the.
Damn.
Hey guys, I'm going to go ahead and roll off. My internet is screwing up. So
All right, Dave,
I'll just
take
go
care.
into the side chat.
Take care of yourself,
Yeah,
Dave.
see you later.
See you in a
Hey,
little
Take
bit.
care.
You're
Hey
sounding
man, overall, I'm getting better. I'm getting better. Praise the Lord, I'm getting better, man. Praise the
Yeah.
Lord, I'm getting better.
Can't keep a good man down.
All right, catch you guys later.
all right. Take care, Dave. Yeah, he's sounding a lot better. I give him a year, he's back to normal. We've been through that here, so yeah, takes a while.
Yeah, you've been through some shit.
Yeah, a lot of people have.
Yeah.
Uncle John's going through crap right now. I can't talk about it because, I
I'll
got
send him my best.
I got to ask him first, but he's going through total hell. So, and I'm not there, so I can't help. I'm 16 hours away.
3.5 by plane.
Don't even mention an airplane ever, ever, ever again.
Well,
I'm
take the
done.
parachute with you.
Elon's going to pay him.
I'm done with airplanes. I can't be herded like cattle anymore. I'd rather drive. I'm not cattle anymore.
You can catch a train from Salt Lake to
Oh,
Seattle.
jeez. Then why not just drive and have
Probably
independence?
16 hours on a train.
Why not drive and stop at cafes that have chicken fried steak and all the stuff I wanted all the way there? I could, yeah. Oh, well.
You and the boy can hop in the Honda and go. Knock the
Think of all the
carbon out.
pawn shops you could stop in.
No, I can't leave the wife alone, so.
She runs and trots on her own all the time now.
No, I worry about her. She's got a little vertigo going. I had some too, and I don't want her hitting the counter, bam, coming home and finding a corpse in the kitchen. So.
All her gal friends will be there every day.
Well, if she calls them before she hits the counter with her forehead, no.
Why can we always think of the baddest things to happen?
Because
When you want to make an excuse not to do something, you'll figure it out.
You'll find a reason.
oh, yeah, but I change her bandage every day. She's got a bandage on her arm, and I got to do it, so I got to be there. Yeah.
Yeah. Knock the carbon out of the F-250. Yeah.
Blow out those chunks in the engine. Yeah.
Well, hey, now that you got tilt steering, it'll be a lot easier to drive.
You know what was funny? I went and took the garbage down in it, and the steering wheel was all the way up, and I'm like, what the hell is this? Am I driving a train? What the hell? And now I can't get it set exactly where it was when I didn't know I had one. So now it's mental. Now the steering wheel will never be perfectly where it was. So I'm either too high or too low. So I'm driving it. I'm going down a dirt road, and I'm like, what the hell? It's hilarious. Oh.
And don't you have two buttons to save positions?
No, there's
Thing's
no.
got a carburetor on it, man.
Oh, wow. A tilt steering wheel and a carburetor. Jeez, that thing was ahead of its time.
No, it has fuel injection.
Oh, yours is fuel injection?
Yeah. I came out with that 89 or 90. My year is 90. Anyway.
I let my truck sit because I don't want to drive it in the salt with the snow. And the battery got so low, it forgot its positions.
Yeah.
They were all gone.
Well, for road salt, what I did, and I think I did a video on it, you take a sprinkler, garden sprinkler, the ones that do this, run it, and then drive over it slowly, or just let it do this, and that'll clean all the salt under your car. So take your garden sprinklers and clean your cars every spring.
Since I stopped drinking and driving, I lose vehicles to rust.
Instead of fence posts.
Yeah. Instead of flying them through the air.
I tell you what, that Tektron Complete Fuel Cleaner, it's not cheap, but it works good. That's what they put in Chevron gas. But this is concentrated. Son of a bitch. That thing was idling rough on old last year's gas. I ran it 20 minutes, whatever, shut her off. Then I came back and then did that video again. And man, that was cleaning out the system, which is good. We should all clean our systems. Yeah. Anyway, it cleaned the pipes. Let me tell you that. And then by the time I took the garbage down and back, I'm like, son of a bitch is idling beautiful. And it's
mix that breakfast sausage with them baked beans. You'll clean your pipes.
Yeah, I know. And it's still running on old gas. So I got to fill up and then go on the highway for a while and get some fresh. I still have a half a bottle of that Tektron stuff. Shell bought out. Oh no, Shell bought out most of the Chevron. Ah, jeez. Oh, that's in Virginia. Okay. I don't know. The gas is too expensive there anyway, so I'll just buy a bottle of Tektron twice a year. Whatever. That stuff works good though.
Jesus Christ. 609.
Oh, now that is for premium. So that's still about a buck more than diesel right now.
The only thing I put premium in is the motorcycles.
Compression. Pat, you still got your GTO? You got to put premium in?
I just got a text from Uncle John, and I said, yeah, I don't want to talk too much without your permission. So anyway, it's good he texts me. That means he's doing okay tonight, hopefully. It sucks getting old.
I think we're paying about $319 for regular here. You can, it's anywhere between $319 and $340, $339.
Yeah.
But you can still go to Walmart and Sam's and get it for $319.
Yeah, we got to get this Iran thing taken care of.
I didn't realize they had mines under the Strait of Hormuz all this time.
Did you know that Russia sent 2 tankers to Cuba just so they can survive of oil? They sent them 2 tankers. Yeah. Because right now,
What, do they got the mines on some kind of rigging where they can raise them up?
Well, some of them are wired, some of them can be activated. Some of them have been under the water for 20 years.
Yeah, like that shit can't break loose and float up.
Well, it's not like the old World War II mines. They can be remote activated, and some of them got the little rocket propelled deals. I watched the whole deal on it. So they're sending in the littoral whatever ships that aren't good for anything else because they like to break in half, and they've got like remote controlled what do you call them, ROVs or whatever, that go down there and put explosives on them. So they're sending in those guys.
This is something that should have been taken care of every president from Jimmy Carter on.
Well, it happened under Carter. Reagan should have taken care of it when he had the chance.
Right.
Yeah. And what's funny is you can watch videos of each president saying, we have to take care of Iran before they become president, part of their spiel. And here Trump just said, screw it, we're doing it.
Well, Reagan should have gone, okay, we got the hostages back. All right. Back of the head.
I just hope it's over soon. Get our gas back down. We're pumping out gas around here like no tomorrow. So why not enjoy the bounty if the gas companies will agree, because they're a problem. So we'll see. What does that mean?
Yeah, there's so many conflicting views on what the hell's going on over there. It's crazy.
What does that mean, Patriot Paul? Cheeseless?
He's trying to be nice.
Anyway, let's just get this shit over with so we can enjoy. Let's get our food prices down. Let's get our gas prices down. Maybe someday, if we're not paying $16 an hour for an employee to make French fries, we might be able to get fast food down someday. Please, God. Anyway, don't eat that crap.
Cook at home.
$16 an hour. I worked my ass off for $16 an hour, and you're flipping fucking burgers? Are you freaking crazy? Anyway, don't
And
get
whining about it.
We're like 380 a gallon here.
the interweb show. Slow down. Okay. Anyway, I'll be right back. I'm glad John is still kicking and texting. That is always good news for me. I'll be right back.
We've got a house we're going to on Monday. Had a methane explosion. Gas flowed back through their septic tank. Their breather line through the roof. The guy built the house himself. Guess he missed gluing that joint. And so methane basically filled up their basement, and we got to go shore up all their external walls that blew out. Said, we're watching Wheel of Fortune. And all of a sudden, whoosh. I mean, you're lucky the whole dang house didn't come down.
I leave pipes and wires to the professionals. Yeah.
Well, he built this house himself, he said, in the 70s. And they attested to a breather pipe going through the roof from one of his lines in the septic gas. He didn't have a D box between his house and a distribution box between the lines, the tank, and then didn't have the P-trap. So guess what? That methane came into his basement. And the part of the kitchen floor is mushroomed. I mean, it's the plywood is up off the joints. So we got to make it safe enough for them to get all their crap out of there.
Was anybody home when it went?
Yeah, they were sitting in their living room watching Wheel of Fortune when their chairs came about 6 inches up off the floor.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And they got like there's 3 bedrooms on the main floor. There's 3 bedrooms on the second floor and an attic just stuffed to the brim with their crap. So we've got to shore it up to where it's safe enough for our crews to work in there. Then we got to get all their stuff out of it. The PVC pipe did catch fire, so there's that PVC soot all over their crap. So we got to clean all their personal belongings. We estimate a 53-foot trailer and a half. Get all their stuff to our warehouse.
Oh,
Wow. That sounds like an ordeal.
So that's what I'm doing for the next 2 days is shoring up a house with a methane explosion. So
Well,
yeah, he didn't plumb his septic lines or his waste lines out properly, and methane built up in their basement.
and it blew.
Whoosh! Yes.
Oh, no.
They're lucky they're alive.
They're lucky to be alive.
Holy crap.
The kitchen floor is parachuted or mushroomed up like this. So the plywood is up off the joist. Well, they put new flooring down, so there's old sheet vinyl and all that is underneath the flooring that's there, and it's ballooned up about 18 inches.
All right,
So-
that's very unfortunate, but at the same time, it's funnier now. I'm
So
sorry.
the guy's got a sense of humor about it, and he's like, my wife accused me of just farting too much.
All right, I like that guy already. Give him a discount. Yes. That's all right. I like the guy already.
But insurance is going to tear the house down.
Mhm.
70s, I doubt it's vinyl. It's not old linoleum. We've got another house in Fayetteville where it is asbestos, the old asbestos shingles that put on the side of their house.
Yeah.
Another car versus house, car in the living room, had asbestos siding on it, and they'd put vinyl siding over the top of that, but the car ended up in the living room. Now it's got to be abated. We just got the car sat in the house for a week. So,
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, the siding's fine as long as you don't saw it up and make dust.
right. Well, a car coming through there makes a little bit of dust. So.
Yeah, it does. Oh,
drunk college kid went through their he went wide around the circle, went or around the corner, went through their front yard, boom, straight into their living room.
Mm. Pour water on the unused drains every month. Good idea, Tin Man. I got to do the stairway to heaven. And in the basement, there's a drain and the utility and the furnace utility. Yeah, I should pour a little water to get the, what do you call it, thingy full of water.
The trap.
Yeah, the trap.
If it's a sink you rarely ever use, pour a little vegetable oil in it. It won't evaporate. It's not bad for your septic.
It'll just sit there. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's a good idea. Yeah. Yep. Thank you, Tin Man, for reminding me. He's done it before. Same with cleaning out your dryer or taking it apart. I don't know. I've never done it.
If you use the liquid fabric softener, you've got to clean your. It's just wax. So if you use liquid fabric softener and don't clean your dryer vents, you'll go out there and the hole will be about that big. You can't get a golf ball through it.
Yeah, we don't use that. No.
Use the sheet.
We just did ours. Well, it's been a few months now. Actually, it was surprisingly clean. And Susan, everything. Yeah, she'll dump everything in her laundry, in the laundry, I should say. And there's a little bit, but
everything got maintenance.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Susan hasn't seen a laundry detergent or a bead or a fabric softener sheet that she didn't like.
We use the front loads, and I put about a tablespoon of borax in every time. They have never smelled musty or anything like that. Borax will not let mold or mildew grow.
Yeah, we have borax. I throw it in there every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't use it, but I mostly got it for smelting, for using as a flux. But I'll throw it in laundry once in a while.
We asked this guy, was it a boom or what? He said no, it was a whoosh, like you're starting a gas stove, just a big version of it. It was not an explosion. It was a whoosh, just a big pressure wave is what it ended up being.
Yeah, if you got a side feeder washer and dryer, we have really good ones. I want to knock on wood right now.
Mm-hmm.
But what I do is I have vinegar and water, and I'll spray the gasket with it and never keep it closed, the washer. You always open it after. Actually, it has a little button that keeps the door ajar so it doesn't mold around the gasket lip.
Mm-hmm.
But right before you do a load of whites, just spray that gasket down and then spray somewhere we can't use bleach because we have a septic. Spray some where the bleach goes with your washing liquid. and boom, you won't have any mold, no problems whatsoever.
You can use bleach in a septic, just don't go crazy with it.
I'm not putting bleach. I have to dig 7 feet to get to it, and I'm not getting the tractor out because I used bleach and killed all the bacteria in the stinking septic tank. As a matter of fact, now and then I'll
I'll
feed
be
it.
on in a couple minutes. Love you.
As a matter of fact, every now and then I'll turn the sink on with warm water and put a little yeast down there to keep those guys happy eating our poop.
That's all Riddex is yeast.
Yeah, just use yeast. We use our old yeast, for your bread. It's like, oh, this jar's getting old. Sprinkle a little, a tablespoon or two in there. If you use too much, then you're making alcohol. So, yeah,
Poopahol. Mm.
alcohol.
You're going to crack up. Look what I just realized. I remember we found this week in a box.
Let me enlarge. Oh yeah, that's on my wall.
When I made that batch of beer.
Yeah, that's on my wall.
That's from this chat.
That's awesome.
2017's when that was.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on my reloading wall to the right of my Dillon, to the left of my turret. Yeah.
We've been doing these some bitches that long.
I'd love to make beer. I just don't have the time for anything now.
No, you don't go nowhere. You got plenty of time.
It really don't take a lot of time.
I know, but
It
there's
just
so
takes
much
patience.
there's so much other crap I need to do.
My problem is I don't drink it enough. I still got cases I made.
Yeah, and then I get worried about, fermenting. Don't do it in the bottles because they'll explode. I got to remember that. Yeah.
You can carbonate in the bottles. You don't ferment in the bottles, but I use the flip tops. That's just the easy way to go. They won't explode on you.
Yeah. Yeah. Those old Grouch bottles. The Grouch bottles.
Gross, yeah, I got Gross, and I've got the other ones that flip top from the brew stores. Yeah, I suffered through about 60 bottles of Gross to get a batch.
I learned the hard way when they talk about replacing those red gaskets on that bell top.
Mhm.
Do it. I reused the gaskets, and I got some that are halfway flat.
Yeah.
Mm.
And
Well, guys,
the caps are cheap, and the capper is cheap.
Yeah, I've got one. It's just a pain in the ass. You'll chip a bottle every once in a while doing all that. Now the flip tops are I've got kegs now, so that's the way to go. Use those taps.
Okay,
But
guys.
I'll still bottle, but gosh, since we moved here, I haven't brewed.
I'm going to call it, go to bed, and snuggle up to Brunette or Blonde, wherever she is this week. Anyways, I'll see you guys next weekend.
Well,
See
there's
you,
one.
Rollins.
Good night.
There's one way to know.
Go seeing you, Rollins.
Okay, Rollins. There's always one way to check, unless they do it down there also. Then you're in trouble. Yeah.
I'm not too far behind Ross. We've had such a busy week.
Yeah, I got sausages to cook. Yeah.
Gosh, you haven't had dinner yet? It's 10:23 here.
Yeah, I got to have that dinner and see what happened on the fights tonight.
Oh, the Hogs just tipped off. Oh, no, shit. No, they tipped off at 9:15. I need to check score.
Hogs, what are you watching?
No,
Basketball?
Razorback. Yeah, the March Madness.
Oh, okay. It's got to be basketball. You'll pay monthly.
Ooh, 66-67. I need to get in there and watch.
All right, guys, let's kill it.
All righty.
All
3.5.
right.
All right, thanks for coming on, guys. Everyone in the side chat, we love you. Hang in there, Uncle John. I know you can do it. Come on, badass motherfucker.
Sending you my best, Uncle John.
Absolutely.
And until next time, let's do the afoof. And 1, 2, 3, afoof!